Hello. Uh-huh. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Glad to have you here. It's time to rock in stone. Give me just a second while everything's set up, while I join my lovely friends so we can fight together. You don't want to go into the darkness alone? See, you all appreciate seeing followers and subs. It means so much to me. Thank you for the support. You make me a very happy burb. Sunday. I hope you've all been having a great weekend. So let me get started on getting my friends in here, huh? Hello. Hello. Hang on. Discord is being a butt. 1 second. There we go. Now I should be able to hear y'all.
All right. Hello
Yay.
out there, chat. Can you all hear us?
Believe they can. Let me get you all set up then, because I want to have you all on voice. I think Scott is joining us a little bit later on voice, but we'll get him in here also. Here's your pictures. I'll also include your names this time. Hope it won't too much in real estate, but we'll give it a try, right? Everyone should know who you are because I think you're awesome people. So, let's turn the game music back on. When I play off stream, I use music for myself that I enjoy that Twitch would not like. Twitch would yell at me for, or YouTube would yell at me. So we are.
And I see you've got streamer mode active down there, so you won't get yelled at for playing any of the hidden gems on the jukebox.
Yeah, nah. So don't worry about it. One moment. I'm just gonna see if I can names.
It looks like Autumn is available as well. She wants to play. If we want to play with her now.
Yeah, if she's willing, I absolutely would love to have her. She say yes. Is it okay that I pull her in? I don't want to startle her.
Yeah. From where I was asking, it sounds like she's ready. I can
Okay,
check just to make
I'll
sure.
get her. I'll get her then. Hello, Autumn. Autumn.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, Scott will join us later then because we have some heat problems. Europe is too hot as usual, and not in the sexy way, just in the annoying, humid, and stressful way. You know.
In the planet dying hellscape way. Yes, I understand.
Yeah, exactly. Give me 1 second. I'll get your picture up on screen also because I like having it visible. You are a very excellent friend. I want everyone to see that you're a Brad chipmunk lady. So
Camping. Chimp. Chimpmunk.
chipmunk. Sorry, chipmunk is something else probably.
Chimpunk.
You are definitely a punk. Well, that much is true. It's a very pretty and cute and capital hating way, you know.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, there we go.
Capital. We hate that guy.
Is your picture? Here. And get you your pronouns in there, and I'm gonna put everyone's names on there too. This is pretty loud. Yeah, I can, no worries. I can regulate people's volume on my end. You just gotta tell me, chat. I'm making him a little bit quieter. Don't worry, Fizz. Don't feel like you were yelling. It was just your mic was louder. Adjust that. It's not a problem.
Yeah, that's quite fair.
Yeah, no worries. To get the pronouns. Or
Who should host our game? I remember
probably
last week it seemed like
me. Last time it made more sense when it was me because of stream delays.
it seemed like it worked a little bit better that time.
Yeah, I will host. Give me just a moment. Yeah, everyone. Hey, come on, I changed you. Text. Update. Rude. One second. Fresh. There. Got that. Give autumn. I'll give everyone names as well. We'll see if that it's like too much or if it's fine. I mean, you're just annoyed that I can't like have like an automatic thing for this. There might be a thing, right? I just don't know. Yeah, I'll adjust volume. I'm just trying to avoid clipping, so you know, I don't want my voice to clip either. So we're just gonna keep playing with this, and y'all tell me how it works. Finish the names.
Gotta feel it out. I mean,
Audio is always the worst part of handling all the stream stuff, honestly.
While we wait, chat, I got a little question for you. Do you think in our missions today, if we're going to find any big compressed gold chunks?
We're gonna get rich, is what you're asking.
no, the company's gonna get rich. That's the theme, right?
Yeah, but are we getting rich too? Like a little bit. Are you gonna try out this? Yes, yes. This is what Fizz is doing. Fizz is trying a funky little feature.
Place your bets now.
You can bet little these my channel seeds, right? Like my little TC. That's what that was. Right? Wasn't that the thing that you were trying to do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now the chat can bet on whether or not we'll find a compressed gold chunk.
All doing gambling. Horrible. At least it's fake, you know. Gambling for fake things.
More importantly, gambling with fake things.
I mean, for fake things, because technically, you know, if we really want to get meta about it, the gold is also fake. Grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but what I mean is, you can gamble for fake things, but if you're spending real money to gamble for fake things, that's still, kind of shitty gambling.
I get it. It's fun. I like fun. Fun is good. As long as it's fun, I'm fine with, you know,
Yeah, as long as
seed
it's
gambling.
fun and nobody gets tricked into spending real money.
Okay, I'm not tricking anybody. If people want to like give me money to support me via donations or subscriptions, obviously I appreciate that. And I guess bits are a thing too. If people like throwing like fake things at me, I kind of need to add like an alert animation for that, honestly, like this little
Yeah.
silly thing. But like, if you want to do that, you can do it. But I'm not going to trick you into it. I'm not that kind of a. I'm a you know cockatoo.
You're not
I
gonna
have
do some microtransaction gacha game where people can
God,
win JPEGs of Harry with different hats.
no. My thing is shirts. It's shirt.
Oh yeah, sorry, Harry with different shirts.
Like that's my thing is that you can different shirts, but you can just have that by coming to the streams. You know, you don't have to pay for that.
Yeah. Yes, but what if I want a fake sense of ownership of a JPEG?
No, that's not gonna happen.
Just take a screenshot.
I mean, I have to. Really, I do need to file a complaint because I paid for all this expensive Perry merch and she just showed up at my house and started screaming into a cup. It was, I mean, it was nice, but I didn't expect it. It wasn't.
I really do need to add that as a thing, though. You know, I like as a alert or a little like voice modulation or something. Just I need to figure out a way to make myself scream into cups. This is a mandatory feature that I can't deliver to my audience yet, and I'm sad about it.
Yeah, make that like
you could just scream into a cup in real life for everyone to hear.
Oh my god, yeah, I guess I could, but That would have to be like a special like seed incentive, right? You'd have to pay me to do that with your fake money, at least. Uh. One moment. I'm still giving everyone their names, but I think I got a good size for this.
Yeah. So chat seems pretty confident that we'll end up finding one of those big gold chunks. The betting is 110 seeds for yes, 10 seeds for no. So if we don't end up finding one at all today, then whoever picked it's in for a big payout.
So do you just push a button to tell the thing that it happened?
Yeah, like in the mod view here, there's a button that says choose outcome. So either I'll click over to it if we do find a gold chunk, or at the end of the day, I'll hit it and say no.
So we have to be honest. Or my integrity here is being tested.
Integrity is being maligned.
One more name. Sorry, I'm slow about this. I'm still learning. You know the special things I can do. Powers. Every week I discover new powers. Honestly, it's kind of fun and kind of scary.
It's like you're the protagonist of a Cartoon Network action show from the early 2010s.
I wouldn't mind that. That's not the worst thing to be. All right.
With a particularly episodic format.
Now everyone has a name. I hope it's readable. Chat, let me know if it's readable at your sizes. I can only see it at my size, and I'll get everyone invited into the game. Make sure you play.
2010s is probably a little late for the style I'm thinking of. I feel like we had gone more into, serialized action cartoons at that point. So maybe like mid to late 2000s.
Yeah, no, I know exactly which style you mean. I'm gonna be the next Finn, the human. Oh, wasn't Fiona the name of the female version? That was kind of cute.
Yes.
Kind of like that
I
one.
I was thinking more along the line of like even a Ben 10 might be a bit late,
Yeah.
but that's about right. Like a Megas XLR. I feel like they did a fair amount of, oh yeah, the robot can do a thing we didn't know it could do. That was part of the format, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, Superman in the 1950s.
Appreciate the gift subs, by the way. Dido Noel. I actually know your FF14 name more than your Twitch name. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate that so much. Being fed good seats today. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna see what we want to do, y'all. I have not deep doven this week. If we want to do that.
I see the physics enjoy what I'm doing about as much on your end as they do on mine.
Yeah, whoever can tell what the deal is with barrels.
Goodness, I'm being showered with love by Dido Noel over here. I need to put like a better shortcut on myself so I can blush on command faster. It's an important feature when people are so sweet to me.
You can set it up to
be like, yeah, buttons, but my keyboard is so loud, so I'm gonna really just I bought a stream deck, I'm trying to be like a pro here, right? A little bit at least. I should just set that up finally to work with my VTube stuff.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hello everybody. We're just deciding what we're gonna do. I'm crafting some hats.
Oh. Yeah, you can what I ended up doing was there's a feature you can set up where it'll blush for you if you smile real big. You gotta kind of like get the parameters set exactly, but that was kind of like how I had it configured was like, oh, you smile a bit and you'll get your smile, and smile a lot and it'll add a blush.
That's clever. I like that, but I'm probably gonna make it just like a button push, just because I'm obsessed with control sometimes. I want to be able to blush exactly the right moment.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite in that like I will lose track of things if I have too many buttons. So
Oh, that's
I
valid.
try to minimize buttons.
That's very valid. Honestly, if I trusted the automatic thing to do exactly what I want, then I would just do that. But that's why I stopped
Yeah.
using the ad scheduler as well on Twitch here, because it just happened at annoying times, and keeping track of when the ad scheduler would do a thing was really annoying. I just decided, guess
Oh, yeah.
what? I'm just gonna push buttons manually. Takes a bit longer, but I prefer it over not knowing when the ads come. There's like a warning, but the warning is easy to miss for my ADHD brain. So I'm like, nah. I'll just manually push add button when I need to go to the bathroom or whatever. All right, we want to do like a deep dive, or do we want to do a weekly?
I mean, Autumn's not promoted, so I don't think we can do a deep
Oh,
dive.
right. She's a greenbeard. We
Oh.
gotta get our greenbeard going then. Okay, what's your assignment, Autumn? We'll do whatever you got going on. What's your current assignment, actually? What is it about? Are you unlocking a gun or a thing or something?
Oh, access to industrial sabotage missions.
Oh, that's important. Industrial sabotage is a lot of fun. It's like a boss level kind of deal.
Ah.
Yeah, so it looks like Autumn's current mission on them assignment is an elimination in Zune's favorite biome.
They have a grudge with this biome, and it's cute.
I love every biome equally.
Let's start on hazard free.
Mostly out of ignorance.
Let's start on hazard free, I think. But yeah, you're unlocking industrial sabotage. We're going to the right time.
Hey,
Yeah! We're going to the dense biozone. It's a rotten dump. This is accurate.
I will never stop teasing you about your grudge with the dense biozone.
I know.
I
I
say,
accept my fate.
appreciate you. See, I'm having a good time. Loneless, I'm glad you stopped by. As you can see, I'm having a great time because I get to tease one of my best friends, and that's always a good time, so. That's how I show my love. Like, the more I tease you, the more I actually like you. Like, I don't do it like real talk. I don't tease people I don't know very well, because that's the sort of humor that only works when you really know it's going to be well received, right? What's a joke to me could just be an insult to them, and I really don't like doing that. Not at all. Like, I'm really cautious with people I don't know so well. But if I know them well, the more I know them, like, the more I know how to, you know, be nice teasing. So, Zune I've known for a long, long time. At this point, more than half my life. That's kind of kind of weird to think about. But they've been a great friend for a long, long time, so I can do great dunks on them because I do it with love, and we both understand that.
More than half my life too, and my life is slightly longer.
God, time. The march of time is freaking weird. Let's not think about that. Let's just go shoot things.
The existential crisis of a dwarf. Dwarfs seem pretty hardy. I bet dwarfs live a while.
Zune is a little bit too quiet now. I'm gonna adjust their volume then. No problem. Like, that's the problem, right? What sounds loud to me might not sound loud to you all, so I need to adjust these things. It's good when people give me feedback as a result.
Yeah, at least Discord makes it easy to adjust one person's volume differently from everybody else's.
Mm-hmm. And then I can also adjust the app volume, and then I can also just Windows volume. So there's like all the volumes. And I'm glad about that because it means I have some control. Like I said, I wish I had even more control. The seats do not have suspension. Imagine you're going down on in a spaceship and the seats don't have suspension. Oh gosh, that's the amount of literal butt hurt that is gonna occur, like on our buttocks, is probably severe.
I don't know. Comfort might be for elves.
Oh, I should have brought the minigun. I'm dumb. I forgot this was an elimination. Oh well, I will still do lots of damage, just not quite the single target force of nature that I'd like to be.
What did you equip?
I brought the rocket launcher, but I have the salvo upgrade. Like, that's better against groups, but at least I can still do a, you know, single target a little bit too. And at least, you know, I have the seeking. Just something. I just wish I had remembered to bring the minigun, but It wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't forget vital information about the thing that I'm doing.
It'll just be more fun for the viewers one way or another.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not a lot in the starting area. I think we already got the gold.
And I just mined out a bunch of nature.
There's already an open area here. Down here, this tunnel's already kind of open. I always see that as a sign that I'm supposed to go there first.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
hey.
looks like we have 3 dreadnoughts to kill this time. So
Yeah, it's a max length and
direction's
max
as good as any
complexity map, so this is gonna be a fun time.
Max length and max complexity evidence biozone.
Yay!
Hooray!
Ow.
I torture you with love, my wonderful Zune.
At least there's vaccines to shoot up the ceiling.
Yep, you can shoot at the cave testicles to unload your anger. Need a little bit of light on the ceiling? Over here?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I fell because
I'm
this
getting swarmed
biozone
by
is
stuff.
terrible.
Oh, that's a lot of explodey shrooms. Goodness.
See, that was...
But yeah, since I'm not the scout this time, I leave it to Zune and Autumn to do most of the collection nonsense. I need to promote my scout again, so I'm currently on a promotion assignment, technically. So for me, it's been like, yeah, kinda, I like my numbers going up, so I'm just gonna play classes that are not capped in the meantime. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to live without my lovely scout, but that just means Autumn can play the scout, and that's also fine. I can share a little bit.
I might actually promote the scout in the foreseeable future in a way that I will not with any of the other ones because they're like level 5 at most.
That's fine. I want to be able to get you into deep dives, honestly, and onto the overclocks, so I don't mind. The scout is great. I might, you know, play up my possessiveness, but honestly, I just want more people to play the scout because I love the scout.
He hurts people. That's what he does.
And goes fast, which I think is something that is very on brand for you.
Yeah.
Like we'll be getting most of the gunk seeds we need.
Yeah,
Just
There's
from
a
this
lot
one
of them.
cave.
there's a lot of them. Clones. I see the, like, okay. Here's where the cocoon's at. The cocoon is nestled away in this little side area, so...
Ah.
Ugh, I hate going close to that. Ugh. It makes that gross heartbeat noise. I don't like heartbeat noises. They freak me out. So in a video game, I especially don't like it.
Well, at least we get to end the heart beating, the end of the beating of the heart of what's in it.
Is this one of those, like, I know it's like a cheap horror thing in games, and, like, I don't even think it's necessarily cheap here, but, you know, it's just a cheap thing you can easily do. You want to make something scary, you make someone have a audible heartbeat. But, I don't know, it just bothers me. It's just gross. But what was that noise?
Oh. You don't kill that by shooting the big glowing weak point. Okay.
What did you kill? What the heck was that death noise?
I mean, I just shot some exploding mushrooms that were close to the cocoon. Maybe whatever is inside the cocoon heard it and made a grumpy noise about it.
There was some like weird plant tendril thing there that died. Maybe that was it.
Someone in chat is noting that we are representing all important genders. We are representing she, her, he, him, they, them, and cool hat. Which is true. Those are the genders.
Yeah.
We all ready? We all ready to shoot whatever nerds in there?
Let me
Yeah,
catch back up with you all.
I don't know how any of this works. Should I just? I got a shotgun. Does that help?
We just have to open. You have to shoot this thing. Why don't you do it? You know, why don't you do it? And now we kill whatever's inside. It's the hive guard. The hive guard is the slowest to kill because it has several phases.
Okay.
Can you relight the cave so we can see more things? Like the big cave? We want to fight in a big arena. Alright.
Gotcha.
First,
Okay.
the Hive Guard spawns all these ads.
Sentinels.
Yep, the ads. We gotta...
And it is immune to damage until we kill all the sentinels.
Yeah, but then we have to kill the glowing weak points on its body, because then we have to do that. Then we can actually shoot its butt. Then the butt opens, we kill the butt, and we do this 3 times. Ideally, only 3 times. Oh, crap. Ideally, only 3 times. Because the max amount of damage we can do means that it will take at least 3 like, go-arounds, right? But we kind of hope it will not be more than that.
Next phase.
My rockets are great for this part. My missiles here. Laser targeting.
Yeah, definitely makes it easier to get an angle on the weak spot.
Now we have to shoot the
Alright,
butt.
it's vulnerable.
But watch out, she will do like stompies in the back. Yeah, like that. Don't stand. When you stand behind the butt, avoid the stompies. And now we do all of that all over again.
Hooray. I love phases.
I don't love you being down.
One.
I mean, I'm
Okay,
gonna
yeah,
save you. I'm gonna save you. I have a shield. Don't worry, shield is being delivered. That's why I said I'm gonna do it mainly. It's just the shield is the best revive tool.
Next phase.
Yeah. Do the glowy bits. The fleshy glowy bits.
Okay, apparently the smart rifle is terrible for this stage because it can't aim at the glowy bits specifically.
Yeah, it has a different kind of seeking method from the rocket launcher, so they work differently well for this.
It does work for this phase though.
Yeah. She keeps turning around.
Alright.
I keep saying she. Honestly, I think I say she because she does that like anime laugh that Ujuma, something. I keep forgetting the name of it. There's a term for this. I'm sure the anime nerds that are more firm on their knowledge than me can remind me what it was called. But it's specifically that like, oh, you know, that haughty.
I feel like when you see a big bug, it's probably a female. I think that's how bugs work.
What do you say it's called? Ojama?
Ojo-sama.
Oju-sama. Thank you. I'm a bad weeb. But yeah, she does that like, oh, you know, just in bug. So that's why I keep saying she. She has that very strong, like, haughty, anime woman energy. Like, she would, if she was a humanoid, she would wear a frilly dress and hit me with a like, a cane over the head or something. While laughing like that. Or paying someone to do it for me, honestly. That for her, that makes even more sense. She laughs while her minions do it.
We just need to get the last weak
Oh,
point on her,
Sama.
right?
Okay. Yeah, see, Baker actually speaks Japanese because he is Japanese, so... He would
we did
know.
it.
I would not. I apologize for butchering the term. Alright, 1 enemy down, 2 to go. The way this works, apparently, I learned, is that the next boss cannot be the exact same boss type we just fought, but the third one can it be again. The game checks.
So it's always never the one we just fought.
Exactly, it rolls based
So the
on
next one is
that.
either going to be a classic or the twins.
Yeah. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Let me check the map.
Yeah. I'm digging out this one nitro vein that I just found, and
I
and we
think
can
we gotta go.
find our way to the next room.
Yeah, it's like we're kind of on a dead end of sorts. We gotta go out this way again, I think. Like where I'm going right now.
I'm not even going to try to figure out where I'm going because this is the hell, but where nothing makes sense.
There's a tunnel like up this direction somewhere. Let me have a look. Like if you look at your map,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'll holler if I see any dirt.
I just went into a tunnel. I'm gonna have a look. Oh yeah, we have not been in this tunnel. We've not been in this tunnel. There's gunk seed in here. And some resources. And some rich sugar.
Okay, this time.
Oh.
This tunnel?
Oh crap. Oh crap. I hear a prospectory then. You hear this ticking? You're just taking noise. That's it.
I'm a serious
Prospector?
taking noise.
Yes, I was also. I'm showing my age again here. I'm thinking of the Potter, with pals again.
Oh yeah, the data deposit.
What's this
Mysterious
mysterious
ticking noise.
ticking noise? I don't know, over here, over there.
That just means we
The
get
only
to.
valid Harry Potter content on the internet.
At this point, it's if among them, among the few. Wasn't that also like a Neil Cicierega thing?
Yeah, I believe so.
I appreciate Neil Cicierega very much. If you are not listening to the Mouth series of wonderful mashup albums, then what are you even doing? Then go.
So I
Go buy them. They're very good.
think it was Strange Aeons who recently did like a tier list of like 2000s internet meme videos.
Oh, the Ultimate Showdown wasn't on there then? Is that what you're thinking about that?
It was because it was like the later half of it was like early
Okay.
YouTube, so it was kind of post Ultimate Showdown, but Potter Puppet Pals was mentioned there, and one thing he pointed out that I just am thinking about now is that Cicierega was kind of ahead of his time with the characterization of Harry Potter in that series.
Yeah.
Kind of
How many of the books were out at that point, right? Like half of them at most. Like the books started in like the 90s. If this was early 2000, then we're like 2 books, 3 books, maybe 4. I actually don't remember when they came out in the UK.
97 was the first one.
Yeah, I was
so
I was a young
2000
child.
might have been the first 3 because after that they started getting unreasonably long.
Yeah. Again, as a kid, I was a fan, of course, but I have no recollection of how long the delay was between them getting translated from English to German.
Potter Puppet Pals was like end of here. It was like towards the end of the books coming out, for sure.
Yeah, like I said, like first half of books were probably out, but maybe I really don't know. I just really fondly remember that because, like you said, it was kind of prescient, and the humor's just kind of like hasn't aged that badly.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's if I rewatched it, I haven't rewatched in a while, so like disclaimer, if there's like a joke in there where Neil C would today also say like, probably not again. I don't remember.
We can probably do a tunnel from the prospector to the hacking drone.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna ask, do we wanna fight this dreadnought before we activate Haxie?
Oh, we should. Yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't even notice. Oh my god.
We don't. We
Look
probably
at that.
don't want to
Look at that. That's like right there. Right there. No, we're not.
Yeah, but before we fight the thing.
Yeah, let's all resupply
I'm gonna
first.
accidentally shoot that. I'm just saying, with like my rocket salvos. Nope. Not risking that.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
definitely shoot it to cause problems.
I will say the Ultimate Showdown, Ultimate Destiny is also really like aged at this point, but not in a bad way. It's just as really much a. Sometimes I listen to it because it's still kind of a banger, honestly. But yeah, it's just one of those songs where you like, yeah, that's very much a product of its time. The fact that Chuck Norris is mentioned in any way is the most telling part.
Not just in any way. He gets like a major appearance. He's like the.
I know, but the big badass who then gets like destroyed by everyone else. No, I know, but like specifically him being a badass is a really old 2000s meme. But I'm just saying, like these days nobody talks about Chuck Norris other than what we're doing right now. We're discussing. Oh, remember when Chuck Norris was a meme and anyone give a shit about him? Like, that's obviously not a thing anymore at all. That's what I'm saying.
It's also like the Chuck Norris meme was weird in retrospect because what kind of happened was like, because the joke with the Chuck Norris meme was that like Chuck Norris is actually like kind of lame. Like,
yeah, he's just a guy. He's just some random like sort of like C-lister action star.
Yeah, and he like was not very impressive in his role as an action star. Is the thing, and that's the entire joke of the Chuck Norris is a badass meme. But like, it spread kind of beyond the bounds of people who actually knew what Chuck Norris was.
Yeah,
so it became ironic because like no one had the context for what it was making fun of. Because like,
It's like you have to remember, like, this was a joke that me as a very fledgling young teen thought was hilarious, and I was, you know, a German child. I was not aware of who Chuck Norris was up to that point.
You were not watching
Yeah.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
No, I was not watching
Yeah,
Walker,
like,
Texas
I think
Ranger.
Chuck Norris just was basically completely unknown by German pop culture knowledge until the meme came along.
It was just, oh, he's like this over-the-top badass. Like, to me, as a 12-year-old or whatever, when this was relevant, it was like, oh, he's like a martial arts guy, and everyone makes jokes about him being like this mimetic badass. Like, I understood it was over the top. I understood he was a real guy, but I also understood that he had his own existence as a joke, and that's all I knew. I had no idea what he was in. I had no idea what he did. I didn't know that he was like a tier below Steven Seagal even. Like, remember, like, these old action guys, you had like Arnold Schwarzenegger at kind of the top in the food chain, as a guy that everyone knew he's in cool action things, right? Then after that, you get the Steven Seagals of the world, you know, or the Jean-Claude Van Dammes that had a few hits, but were also in a lot of, like, mid-tier stuff. But they were solid, like, you know, their personal opinions notwithstanding, particularly about Seagal, you know? But just purely in terms of the action over. And then you get the C-listers, the Walker, Texas Rangers, where it's just like, and the, you know, Hulk Hogan's that just kind of just aren't cheap TV shows. And maybe have a cool thing or two going on for them, but they long since have been washed up, you know, and just show up in really cheesy, cheap TV, and maybe a TV movie or two, and a crappy comedy.
Is that like with Steven Seagal, you're like, you know, okay, like, regardless of his bad opinions, I respect, like, you know, his work as, like, an artist, as an action star. Like, you know, the difference is that, like, because, like, your Chuck Norris's and your Hulk Hogan's also suck politically, but
Yes.
they have done nothing worthy of respect.
No, against Steven Seagal, I wouldn't say was always like the most agile, impressive guy. I think guys like Jean-Claude Van Damme were better martial artists and like stunt performers than him. But at least he wasn't a solid movie or free, you know. You can say, yes, Steven Seagal, he wasn't a thing I like.
Yeah,
You don't say that about Chuck Norris.
Martial arts prowess at the height of his career is, of course, now somewhat overshadowed by his more recent work.
Resist.
It is true. Chuck Norris fought Bruce Lee, as Dead Meat points out. That is true. Enter the Dragon. That is the coolest thing by far Chuck Norris has ever done, though, and I will argue he was definitely outclassed in that, okay? Just, like, we don't have to even argue about that. Bruce Lee was the more skilled martial artist in that constellation. But at his height, I think Chuck Norris definitely had the work ethic of a good martial artist. He just never was really able to capitalize on it in a big way.
If I take the second?
Yeah, go for it. I'm still mostly fine.
Because I'm, like, completely out of grenades, almost out of breach cutter.
Yeah, that's valid.
You were doing pretty well in Nitro anyway.
But yeah, I will say
just
Chuck
practice
Norris,
tunnel,
like when he was more focused on like classic martial arts stuff, he was very solid at it, but he never really put it into a strong career, I would argue. Especially because as an actor, he has as much charisma as you'd think. He like has even less charisma than Hulk Hogan did, and Hulk Hogan was not a good actor.
Yeah, I mean,
he was fun. Hulk Hogan had a fun persona, but he's a bad actor.
Wrestling, which
yeah
is a form of entertainment that requires at least a modicum of acting.
Yeah, he had a very enjoyable persona.
Just a martial artist, so yeah.
But like as a performer, both him and Hulk Hogan are just vacuums of charisma. I would argue, like they're not good actors. They have one type they can play. I have. If you all watched. I didn't even have to place a single thing. You've all been doing all the work for me. Awesome. No, but if you all watched Summer Games Done Quick this year, some very enjoyable runs in there. One of the runs that I like the most because I like goofy, cheesy, crappy games was the speed run of the Thunder in Paradise FMV game, which is of course a thing that exists, and it is hilarious.
So sorry to interrupt the stories, but are we ready to start hacking?
Yeah, let's get hacking so I can talk more about Thunder in Paradise. Yeah.
Yeah. You may want to join us over here.
Yeah, we have to defend this. Over here in this tunnel. Wanna join us? Autumn? Autumn? Yeah, there you go. Here. We have to defend this thing. Not actually the big thing, but the small thing, because this is where we hack. Also, Autumn, pro tip.
Not fail it by not defending it, it just means we have to restart it and it takes longer.
Do you remember us restarting drills in Payday 2? That's what we'd have to do if this gets broken. So.
I see. Sorry, I was evil.
It's fine. You press E
Zero.
next to Haxi, please. You can pet Haxi. Haxi is a friend. Make sure you pet Haxi, please. When this bug is done petting Haxi. Also careful with the stink cloud, the fart noise, the fart gas.
I got the reboot.
Axie can also salute, this is true. If you press V next to Axie, or whatever your dedicated rock and stone button is, you can... Axie will salute. Axie's a friend. Do you see? Axie wrecked. Cute. This game is full of these little touches I just love. But yes, Fun in Paradise had an FMV game where there's some like very obvious Terminator knockoff to the point where he's played by a stunt double of Arnold Schwarzenegger's, and he's like this robot cyborg implied man, like he gets brain controlled with a computer. It's all kinds of stupid, and the only person who can help Hulk Hogan defeat this brainwashed computer man is a child with a light gun, and you play as the child with the light gun. That's the entirety of the game.
Cop?
Can I get a shield?
Yep, of course.
Excellent, thanks. That helps me not die.
Well, I like when people not die, even they're my friends. But yes, the only person who can save Hulk Hogan is the kid with the light gun. You know what the thing everyone loved in TV shows when they insert like a character for exactly like one gimmick episode, and it's some sort of precocious, super skilled child character? Everyone loved that, right?
I got the impression the kid was a regular cast member of Thunder in Paradise, but I am not a Thunder in Paradise expert.
No, he was. I think he was in a few episodes, but that was like by far his biggest appearance. He was played by one of the kids who played like Hobie and Baywatch. You know, the David Hasselhoff's in-universe child. So he was one of the lesser Hobie actors, I think, who was not on there for long. So his main claim to fame was.
Hasselhoff.
Right,
Yes.
now we can return to the Prospector and deliver
Yep.
the data as well.
Autumn, just do the honors. You get to touch the glowy cube. Don't you want to touch the glowy cube?
I love a glowy cube. Oh boy, it tingles.
Oh, shame. Deadmeat left before I could respond to that, but Deadmeat said he loves every Hulk Hogan movie. I think they're hilarious, but not in the way they were intended. Probably. They clearly wanted to have these vehicles for Hulk Hogan to become this big action star, you know, do the thing that The Rock later would do actually successfully after a bit. And the problem is, The Rock is sort of actually likable. He's not an incredible actor, but he's a fun actor. You like seeing him. He's a guy you don't mind having on screen, right? But Hulk Hogan is just funny in this very unintentional way. Because he's not actually that likable. Or like, he just constantly seems super stiff, right? When you see him actually try to act. So it's really funny to watch him try to be a superstar actor. Because he's terrible at it.
I think this tunnel just leads back to the room we were just in.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give us more options for movement.
I think I see the way forward.
Yeah, there's like a small side tunnel. Do you see that on the map? It's like a side tunnel thing if you check the map, because you might be able to access that for us. I love having a good driller on my team.
Yeah.
But yes,
This
Alright.
I love
This-
Mr. Driller.
this is
I think
my...
I found the... No.
Oh yeah,
am I in
it's
the
a bit
right
below
tunnel?
us.
Oh, I found it. I'm already in the tunnel that you're looking for. I found the way in the dense biozone before you did.
Yes, I agree. Hulk Hogan movies are great. Entirely watch them for a great time. Just don't watch them expecting like movies like The Rock would do, where it's at least a solid, if dumb time. It's a hilarious bad time. instead. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay.
We
Hey,
got
looks
an
like we have a
event.
machine
Oh,
event.
machine event! Ah, we're
Yeah,
doing
should
that.
probably do the boss fight first.
Yeah, we should. But machine event. Autumn cannot get overclocks yet, but she can still get a lot of tasty XP.
I love being experienced.
You love getting numbers put on your experiences? Because, boy howdy, I can give you a lot of numbers for this if we do this.
What I love is, so one of those things I just kind of think about constantly is
Your girlfriend?
well, yes, absolutely, all the time.
Good.
But
Thinking
the
about
other thing
girlfriends.
is the golden monkey encounter in Mother 3, where it's like just like a random or a rare random encounter with an enemy that is like actually really tough. It's it's like a boss that is just out in the wild.
Oh, right.
Uh,
I remember that. I've only played from Mother 3 once. I should honestly do it again.
But when you beat it, you're like, this was like a really tough enemy. This is like clearly like a rare special encounter. It must be like worth a ton of experience. When you defeat it, the game just says, you had a good experience, and you gain no experience points.
I love that. I love that so much. That's the Mother series for you, you know? It's full of little things
Yeah.
like this.
It was the same game that gave us Negative Man as well. It was makes for a very excellent smiley.
The best emote. One of my favorite emotes ever. Like, the pure, like, energy
Shall we
that,
fight the thing?
that Negative Man has is beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, we should pop the cocoon first.
I do need to resupply. Oh, we're
It's
getting
the
all free.
twins.
Very nice. Get a little bit of light in here, please. Big pro tip, please spread the damage between them. They will try to heal each other periodically. The amount they can heal each other depends on how big the difference between the individual health bars is. So please, 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 try to spread the love. One of them is more orange, and the other one is more red. Try to tell them apart at a glance. One of them is more like up close and personal, and the other one tries to keep a distance. Like this one. This one tries to keep a distance. The Arbalest. Yeah. Now they're gonna do the thing. Yep.
They always try to heal each other at least once during the fight.
Yeah, they've always tried
if
to
we're
do
good,
it.
We can
We
keep it
just-
to a minimum.
We just limit the damage they can heal if we keep their health close. They don't have special armor, but they're fast. Make up for it.
Let's try to focus on the Arbalest a little bit.
Yeah.
They're healing again.
Again, they've always tried to do this, but we can limit the harm it does to our progress. Takes a bit of practice though, because again, the lacerate will always be in your face, so it's easier to shoot it. This is my experience, at least, usually, is that the Arbalest doesn't get shot enough because it stays away.
I mean, it depends what sort of guns you're equipped with.
Yeah, of
If you've
course.
got guns that are better suited for shooting the stuff that's far away.
They just, yeah, Sir Pugs puts out in the chat that they do technically still have armor, they just don't have that, like, unbreakable super armor, that's what I meant. I was
Yeah, they don't have
imprecise.
yellow health bars.
Yeah, and they don't have that, like, oppressor style, like full coverage. But you basically don't do damage to them. Hey, speaking of your girlfriend, Autumn, she's in the chat.
Oh.
She's asking if we're winning.
Hello, Gia.
She's asking if we're winning. We are absolutely winning, actually.
She asks me that constantly, every day.
Yeah, because she wants to make sure you're winning. She's invested in your success. I think that's very sweet. Nice, good. Okay.
Alright, don't hit the button yet.
No. Don't hit the button. We don't
Hit
need
the
the
other button.
We want to do the bonus thing. Oh, someone already put in the key. Very nice.
Yeah, we just need to push down these buttons around the thing.
Hold on, before we start this, do we want to call down one more resupply, maybe?
Yeah, I will do that.
Alright.
You've all been
Yeah,
taking
let's all
such good care of our little expedition here. I've barely been contributing. I wanted to push a button.
I'm sitting in bed doing my gacha game dailies, and my GF is like, "Are you winning, GF?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm playing gacha games. I'm getting grifted. I'm not winning."
She still wants you to be happy, you know? Even while you're being grifted. I think that's good.
Alright,
Me,
so
Blair is not
Harry,
here.
do you want to get resupplied before we start this?
Is that some okay. Let me grab that.
Oh yeah, Bismore is always good to have.
Yep. One of those upgrade resources that I just always called crafting resources because I'm Minecraft poison, but you know.
I
We
mean,
take-
that's what they are, right? Like that's.
Sort of, yeah.
I feel like getting
Before we start this, Autumn, do you want to hear the mechanics how this fight works?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fill
this
me
is
in-
the
fill me in,
this
Hoff.
this is the one where you have to use your pickaxe on like those rock covered
Oh,
bugs.
that
if-
one. Okay, yes. I've done
Okay. Just wanted to make sure if you had done this one before or not. All right.
Right.
At least I gave me an excuse to eat a bite of cake. I bought some cake this morning and I kept my slice until now because I forgot to eat it. I was so busy, I
You
forgot to eat
forgot
cake.
to eat cake?
Yes.
Wow, you must have been very busy.
Yeah. I was both preparing some stream stuff. I got some exciting things coming up. I teased this on Twitter. I was considering revealing a little musical treat for my viewers today, but I reconsidered because I was like, oh, I'm also getting a new like pre-stream screen made, you know, a nicer screen than just me saying please stand by on my normal background. Something fancier, and I want to reveal the new screen and the new music at the same time. So I just kind of prepared some other things, and then I played a bunch of RimWorld, which is a very engrossing game, one of those games where you play and then it's like, oh, it's 3 hours later, what the crap?
Oh, just 3 hours, so it's a more casual one of those.
I'm trying not to look completely responsible, you know? Not completely,
Maybe.
just slightly.
Yeah, Perry,
I mean, there's games that's like, oh, where did the last 3 hours go? And then there's games that are like, whoops, where did the weekend go?
So here's what we were saying.
I was just gonna say, Perry, maybe RimWorld would be a fun thing to feature on stream as well if you're comfortable with showing off your current colony.
Yeah, I would probably start a new colony on the stream if people would enjoy that. It's a more slow game, you know. Of course, the boring stuff I can speed up a bit, but
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, you could even when you get a new colonist in, you could even like have name them after your viewers or something.
Mm-hmm. If people are volunteering for that. Because, you know, bad things can happen to colonists in that game. I'm not amazing at it either. Like, I know there's lots of people who do these really cool challenge runs of RimWorld.
challenge rims.
Yeah, just like... yes, challenge rooms. And you can do a lot of really cool things in that game, and I'm obviously not good at the game. I've just started playing it kind of recently. But I just like making little stories happen, so I don't know. If people would enjoy that,
It's
I
one
could
of those
do that.
games with immersion narrative.
Yes, and I enjoy
ready to get
that
going?
so
Good luck.
much.
Alright, hit the button.
Put together you could put together a fuck you Baltimore style ad for your colony, like home of challenge room jobs. That's right, challenge room jobs. I'm sorry, that's just where my brain went.
Oh my god, Adam!
I'm sorry.
I both love and hate what you just... But dang it. This is why we're friends.
What?
People who make me react like that are good people, usually.
Do you wanna live in a space colony that has breathable air? Well, fuck you.
Right.
Oh, Sir
I am
Pugs.
digging us a shortcut to the drop
Puggus,
pod.
I'm so sorry. I don't actually know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. Wants me to have a drink, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
That's a good like channel points incentive. Like spend 200 channel points to make your favorite streamer hydrate. Don't-
Yes, that's generally what it's for, because I have ADHD and I will forget, so...
Spend those channel points, or Perry will risk her health.
No! I won't die! Ah! No! I'll be okay. Or not. There's a huge pit?
Ah!
Okay, so I followed Molly, so I'm kind of on the other side of that huge pit.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm
this is,
fixing this. At
some
least
weird
I
freaking
didn't
parking.
die. Okay,
Okay,
I
can
literally
someone-
just risked my
can-
video game health. Okay.
Can someone throw me a zip line to
Uh,
the drop pod?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I'm right outside the
I
front.
can
though.
help you. Here, zipline.
Thanks.
They did.
There's also a bunch of bugs spawning here right now. I'm gonna shoot them. I'm gonna shoot them all.
Yeah.
Just dug up the tunnel that'll get us to the ramp.
And I
that
fell
we
off the
can't
zip line.
Yes, sir.
This is about, you know, this is about what I expect from this company.
This parking job? Yeah, yeah. At least it's not a rim job, you know?
I don't want to know what the company room jobs are like. You don't want to half-ass that.
Nope, nope. That's all I will say about that. Alright, let's... Is everyone here? Is everyone present?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, we're all good. Except Perry.
something
Perry's
shot
not
me.
all good right
It
now.
was either bugs or y'all. I can't tell.
I didn't realize there was friendly fire.
Yeah.
There's friendly fire, but it's not a big deal.
Back up.
Autumn,
We're all
get in
good.
the car.
Get in the car.
Well, apparently it does matter if you're like, what if I jokingly unload all of my ammo into my friends as we're leaving for no reason?
No, we made it.
Got a bunch of new followers, by the way. Appreciate it, y'all. Like, you all having fun? Like, we're having fun on here. Posture check. Yes, I will sit up. Nice. I will do a quick little stretch. Stretchy.
Big stretchums.
And I will also hydrate again. Sippy. Oh, I need to hydrate again. To make... Okay, we're gonna run a really quick ad break just because I'm being made to drink so much. I need 30 seconds.
3 times hydrate combo. Like perk points.
Mm.
What can I get with these?
I'm also eat more of my cake too while we're waiting here.
I don't really know what perks are like meta.
That's not really a meta. It's only important when you go to really like has 5 bullshit stuff. But if you want some advice on perks, I can give you some.
I just am uncertain what is like good.
Iron Will is pretty good, especially if you combine it with Vampire, because Iron Will gives you basically like a res, but you will only be up for a certain amount of time, and after that you go down again. Except if you gain health during that time, which can either be from Red Sugar, from a resupply, or with Vampire, your melee kills will also gain you health. So, popular build combo is Vampire and Iron Will for that reason.
I see.
Iron Will in general is quite nice. I admittedly don't use it on all my builds because I like living dangerously, but it is a very good perk. Sometimes I like Thorns if we're gonna have a Swarmageddon, because Thorns does like melee damage to bugs attacking you, and it's good at killing... At highest level, it's good at killing Swarmers. So if you're like annoyed with
I have
Swarmers...
thorns on all my classes, on all my builds, because I just hate having to deal with small stuff, and thorns just deals with small stuff for me, so I don't have to aim.
Yeah, it's valid. Again,
Rule of thumb, if something in a first-person shooter allows me to not have to aim, I will like it.
valid. That's why the Driller is a great class to play if you like... Just spray and pray, you know? Dash is good. Dash is especially good on like higher hazards, I noticed, because that's the best damage mitigation on high hazards is not getting hit. So dash gives you a little speed boost quickly if you want to go extra fast for a brief amount of time. Field Medic I use personally on Driller and Scout because they both have the most mobility. It lets you res people fast and gives you an insta-res once per mission.
Yeah, I actually have that one equipped.
Yeah, field
Yeah,
medic's
that
great.
is a useful one for, especially if
And
you're
it
playing
stacks
scout.
still if you have like two, you know how it goes faster to res people when you have two dwarves or more resing somebody and it keeps going faster? It also stacks with that. So like if you have one dwarf who has field medic and a second dwarf helps you, then you're resing someone really fast. On higher hazards that you have to basically do that or it's too dangerous to res somebody.
We're not being paid by the hour, Control. Isn't it kind of our
On
if
commission?
we want to fuck yeah, if we want to fuck off and not work and you're not paying us for it, then like that's not your like that's our problem. That's not your problem.
He likes to threaten
Well,
it.
it is a problem for the company whenever we do stuff that reminds us that we're not just drones. So they don't want us doing that.
I know how it is with middle management. He has to feel powerful. So he
Yeah.
threatens random things, even if they're not exactly helpful.
Being helpful isn't the point. The point is keeping those uppity workers in check before they get silly ideas like that they are people with thoughts and feelings.
Mission name again. Yeah, we're
The boy
doing this. We're still
you should
helping
hear
Autumn
him.
unlock things, so we're gonna continue with her assignment if that's alright. And it's the beginner's mouth. I will refrain from any
Alright,
comments
let's
on that.
venture into the beginner's mouth.
But it is a magma core escort duty, so I think that will be a good
If
test.
somebody didn't get their beer.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I was just busy picking the mission, y'all. I was doing my job.
I've got a little bit of experience, but I'll you know I can do a bit more training. We can
You want to train on the beginner's mouth.
yeah I'll you know hey I'll the status of my mouth is neither here nor there, but if you wanna if we wanna get
Also, I just noticed
I shouldn't continue with this.
the
note. I
employee
should
of the
go
month
further.
is actually showing properly for me this time on screen. Last time I had to have someone show it to me because the image wasn't loading. I guess it's not a stream thing. It was just randomly not working.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
who's
remember I
who's
had
been you know at my ancient group watches in the day will recognize why I find this image very amusing. Autumn, did you see the employee of the month?
Oh.
Yeah, over here. This person.
Ah, now interestingly, it's not showing in the Johnny Test avatar for me.
Yeah, it's working for me. I think it's just random. Sometimes it doesn't load right because it's like a Discord, you know, hookup thing, and it doesn't always work. So I'm like, eh. But yeah,
I guess we truly are living the life of a dwarf named Johnny Test.
Yeah.
it's a crazy time to be a teen. No, wait, different crappy show.
Hey, we made it. Didn't we make a My Life Me joke last time?
Yeah,
as well?
we did. I
did.
explained what My Life Me was.
Yeah, I was about to say that has to be the most unique joke. Like, I know
Yeah.
we can get deep in the weeds around here, but that has to be the
No,
most
I think that's like a
niche
joke.
we could possibly make.
That's like a joke only ancient like Perry knowers will understand. I'm not trying to be a hipster about it. Sometimes my brain just goes to these places, even if that means only 5 people in the audience will understand. But
It's a joke for like 5 people.
yeah, and those 5 people are my friends.
That's fair. That's fair.
And Adam, are you suggesting that Canadian-made crappy cartoons that are just there to fill a quota to fulfill a specific requirement for Canadian TV channels is not a knowledge field that a lot of people possess? How dare you suggest this?
To be fair, I think a lot of Canadians possess a surprising amount of that knowledge.
Yeah, I just don't know how many Canadians are in my audience. Not a lot of I know of, at least. I need to reach more Canadians so I can share more cursed knowledge with them about about terrible cartoons. Ugh.
I know that. Oh. Wow.
Here's
I know that anytime I
some
listen to-
nitro that will need a platform, by the way. My butt is on fire.
I know that. I know at the least that everyone from the former best friends crew brings up Weird also ran Forgotten Canadian Animation a lot, but I feel like even they might
Not be.
not know what the hell you're talking about.
They
if
might
you
not
say
know My Life Me. Are you telling me they don't know the classic of our time?
like the Canadian masterpiece.
This is viewers, dear viewers. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you understand this is what you're getting yourself into. Is me ranting or rambling about random crap that I have a weird fascination with, like 90s FMV games, really cheap Canadian cartoons, just those sort of things. I have very weird random knowledge, and I mean a lot of people are like that, but that's my brand of it. So you will have
And
to
we love
endure.
you for it.
Thank you. Aw, that's very sweet. But that
Alright,
is.
is there more stuff we need to collect, or are we ready to just push the button?
I think we cleaned out the starting room.
We're quick and efficient.
The German who loved cheap also ran garbage so much he became culturally Canadian. I feel like that's very mean to Canada.
Maybe. I can't judge. The Canadians I know the closest also shit on Canada the most, so it's kind of like, you know, well, the French people I know hit shit on France the most, so.
Yeah, I feel like that is, in general, just a perfectly reasonable and healthy response to the concept of nations, to mock them relentlessly.
Especially because when you're on the inside, you know, you see all the extremely
Yeah,
bizarre
especially
things
your own
happening.
nation, because
Yeah, you know.
that's just your civic duty, is to relentlessly mock your nation.
It means the same thing when you work for a place, you know? You don't owe them to praise them all the time. In fact, I would suggest you definitely make fun of them when it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you can enjoy your job and still not like your boss, for instance.
Yeah.
Or you can, you know, maybe you have a specific boss who's nice, but his boss sucks. You never know. That's usually how that goes. There's usually a boss in that chain who sucks a lot, and I would always recommend making fun of them because they deserve it and they can handle it. I promise. Their paycheck is big enough that they can handle jokes at work. Also, if you steal pens, always steal pens at work. I highly recommend that. It's the best source of pens. I bought a set of pens because I badly needed some. And do you know how expensive cheapo pens are when they're not like either stolen from work or advertising gifts? Have you ever paid for a pen? I will never do this again. It was a mistake.
So I guess you need to steal from your bosses at Twitch? Is that how it works?
Oh my god, they don't even give me pens. That's a real crime right there.
Well, I mean, obviously they don't give you pens, you have to steal them.
Yeah, but and I'm not in an office, you know, I'm not at a physical place where I can reach a pen.
Well, that's just quitter talk. You're not trying hard enough.
I don't actually know where does Twitch even have like any sort of HQ in Germany? I'd need to find out. I actually have no idea.
It's probably somewhere in the European Union, but knowing how corporations are over there I'm guessing that if Twitch does have a European HQ, it's
probably in Ireland.
Yeah, or in the Netherlands. Those are the two places where you get very favorable tax rates.
The Netherlands also don't tax corporations adequately?
No, it's more like there's more like heavy subsidization. So what usually happens is that they put like their financing, like payment processing things into Ireland, but the actual HQ will be in the Netherlands. That's what I've been told, at least. Like that's always when I like, you know, when there's certain places where you buy something or from a store, a microtransaction or something, then you'll be redirected to some sort of place that says it's blah 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 Ireland. You're like, uh-huh. Someone in the chat, Ozian says, not working in an office anymore has completely depleted my supply of pens and paper. Yeah, see? They understand. They understand what I'm talking about. I need to just...
That's the disadvantage of working from home.
Yeah, and like my lovely husband, who is finally on the mend, by the way, I appreciate everyone's well wishes last week. He's getting better. He's still feeling a bit weak, but most of the COVID seems to be beaten. Oh, another machine event. Very nice. So he's doing better, but he hasn't obviously been in the office in 2 weeks now, which is a sensible thing to do. It just means that I didn't have more pens available to me, because usually I get his pens.
I mean, how many pens do you even go through on a regular basis?
It's more like I don't go for them, but pens have the habit of never being in the place where you need them.
When I was in, I'm pretty sure it was middle school, even, we had like the French class Yeah, you have to take like a mandatory language class, and the French class had like an annual field trip they did where they took the students up to Quebec. So that is my like experience of Canada is
Oh, Quebec. Oh boy.
in in Quebec, and I feel like any Canadian would say like yes, if that is your experience of Canada, you are justified in making fun of Canada.
Like one of my closer like online friends in the Pokemon plush collecting community is French Canadian, and she is the first person to shit on French Canada because some of the things going on there are extremely ridiculous. So again, this is not me being like, oh yeah, different place, funny, haha. She specifically told me, yeah, like some of the stuff they do here, especially with the language, like how they force people to speak it even in ridiculous circumstances, is really bad. Like they're more intense about French than France is, and France is already really intense about French.
They're like it's one thing to be French, but French Canadians are like French and they have a chip on their shoulder about it.
Yeah, because they have to like they feel like they have to defend
They
culture.
feel like they have to be extra French.
Yeah, they have to defend the culture against the rest of Canada, which does not speak French. And I sort of get that, like, in principle, right? Like let's be a bit fair here. I can get in principle when you feel like your culture is being looked down on, your local culture, you're being treated like you're the dumbass or the hicks or whatever. You have that in a lot of countries where there's just a certain derision for certain types of local culture that I think is unfair and often comes, together with a certain, like, judgmentalness in general about, like, people are poorer or people who speak a dialect that might sound funny or whatever. So I kind of get that in principle, but the problem is in French Canada is that they overcorrect this so hard that you get the opposite problem where you're basically being derided within French Canada if you speak the wrong kind of French Canadian. Seriously. I'm not joking. Like, that's the whole problem. I forgot what the exact name of this was, but there's basically like a more colloquial, slangy version of Canadian French. And again, I'm so sorry I forgot the name of this. And this is considered like the dumb peasant French. You're not supposed to speak it. So you get a certain divide between the people who consider themselves fancier, who speak the proper
So
Canadian
the problem
French.
is, as it so often is, classism.
Oh, of course it is. It's like, you're the hicks and we're the fancy people, and obviously that means we're better than you. It sucks. But, like, so within French Canada, you even get these, like, problems both between them and trying to enforce the fancy French, but also looking down on people who speak French but wrong, and it's like, ugh. It's fascinating. It's generally fascinating because obviously, again, I'm not an expert in this. I was trying to recommend people read up more about these sort of things. But it is, in some ways, it mirrors, conflicts within other countries like Germany, where certain dialects or cultures within the country are also treated negatively. So I find that fascinating.
Where Sächsisch gets shit on because of those silly East Germans.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I even agree
and they're,
that
being economically exploited by the West for a decade.
Oh, that's obviously a whole complicated thing I can't really get into here. But I would agree even that Sächsisch sounds funny, but I think every German dialect sounds funny. So
yeah, like Sächsisch sounds just as stupid as Bavarian. Or
that's fine. Dialects are allowed to sound silly. I think that's kind of part of the charm, honestly. The idea that one dialect is dumber than another is just dumb to me because, no, they all sound goofy. That's fine. Embrace it.
Well, except North German, which just sounds normal. Obviously.
Because you're North German.
Every place has its dialect that's like, the
I'm hydrating as commanded.
Like the bumpkin dialect, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the way anime dubs sometimes.
Oh god! Don't get me started on that.
Under like a Kansai accent is like a southern accent, right? Like that's just sort of like the cultural shorthand for like.
Sort of, yeah, and it gets like I get why people do that. I don't blame dubbers for trying to find an equivalent, but sometimes it gets weird. I will say sometimes the way they try to map the idea of it, the connotation, it fits better in some cases than others. I would say.
I mean, I think the Kansai rich boy in Kill la Kill, like speaking like a a white Southerner trying to sound tough and urban, like, is a master stroke.
That's a good choice. No,
genius.
that completely fits because, like you said, there's the angle and where the derision comes from. Like, it's less about just, oh, he's country. He has to sound country. No, he sounds like a specific type of person from the country, a specific class of person, even. Then it makes a lot more sense. There's more context there than just, oh, her for Dorf, here's the country bumpkin dialect, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, obviously, again, this is not really the place to, like, discuss the deep historical intricacies of how these connotations come to pass. I just find them interesting in general, because every country has something like this, but it's always a little bit different. Comes from slightly different things. Certain things are similar, certain things aren't. It's interesting. Also, I've learned in French, Canada actually has like strict laws against gambling, which means that often they're exempt from like giveaways and crap.
Yeah, in fact, Quebec was called out as one of the places where even the Twitch prediction thing isn't available. Like you're not even allowed to bet tasty seeds on whether or not we're going to find a gold nugget.
Yep, see?
So sorry, any Quebecers who wanted to bet on that, but no, if they are in the audience today.
Sorry, people from Quebec.
I'm gonna call in a supply. Oh.
Again, I sort of get why you kind of, like, I think limiting gambling, in at least in a promotional sense, is smart, because there's a lot of things that get really, like insidious with gambling. But at the same time, again, French Canada probably overdoes it a bit. Again, not the best judge of that, where it exactly comes from, but the fact that you literally can't even bet on my stupid little, like, points is kind of a little bit funny to me. I can see why, but it's still a little bit funny.
I think it is a difficult thing to regulate because it is something that is like deleterious, right? Like it is like gambling is kind of inherently exploitative in some sense, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely. No, I
especially in,
and technically, and here is something I will understand. I think Twitch gives you more channel points if you interact with the channel, like following or subscribing.
I mean,
Or if you even
something
just
like
click
this,
the bonus button that pops up every now and then.
it's a little more like, you know, like, okay, but that's sort of what I mean, right? Like there are ways to, like, it's kind of inherently deleterious, but it's also something that I feel like there's kind of a fair amount of evidence, like, in human history, just that, like, yeah, it is something that
Yeah, it is something that is fun, but also prone to being exploited.
it's something that people are gonna do. Like people are going to gamble. It's like
It's like consuming alcohol. Humans are gonna do that.
Yeah, even if it's sort of often, you know, does things to your senses or your judgment that might be bad.
Even if it is, like, you know, by any definition bad for them, people are gonna do it. They just are.
Yeah, that's why I see completely why they want to regulate it, because again, there's sort of maybe kind of a little financial incentive in there, even with the dumb like little point thing. At the same time, I just am not sure if they're gonna have the effect that they want. I think like banning promotion of really bad like schemes in this regard is smart. I just don't think you're gonna delete gambling from people's brains. I don't think that's...
Yeah, it's just always, as so often, it comes down to, okay, so, but which instances of this thing are so bad that we need to ban them, and which of them should we probably tolerate?
Which instances of this are, like, actively exploitative and harmful, and which instances...
Yeah, it's like, okay, alcohol is fine, but weed is evil, and you must go to jail for it.
How do we, like, balance, like...
Yeah. Again, I am not the smartest person to like make all these calls.
Yeah,
I can just see...
I don't think we're gonna come up with the solution here and now, because humans have been working on this for like 12,000 years.
Also, we're shooting bugs, you know. I think that's kind of the brain level we're operating on. I just like musing because
we're already playing a game where we're willingly being exploited by a greedy corporation.
Yeah, but
I'm drinking a lot of beer.
It's called life.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, you know, comedic, so we can laugh about it a little bit, you know.
Okay, boss fight?
Yeah, let's do it. It's just one of those things, you know, we're you know, it might just be like life in some ways, but also we get to shoot things and we get to have jokes about it, so you know, it's like, it's fun. That's what life is in the end. Make the annoying stuff fun.
Bigger. It's bigger than you, and you are not me.
No? I mean, that's
Yeah,
good. That's a good thing, because I'm
length-
a cockatoo. I could be a chipmunk, I guess. Chipmunks are cute.
Yeah, and you know the lengths that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. I'm sorry.
Is this like, is it song lyrics now?
Yeah.
There you go. Like we're circling this
Feeling
back to
my,
being nerds, because that's in the end what we all are. We might be philosophizing about the importance of regulating things, at the same time we're just goofy nerds, so...
Feeling my dark secret love of REM, I guess. No one can know. You have to delete this screen.
Now people
First
know you
phase
like
done.
REM. I'm sorry, but they all know
First
now.
phase fun done. Get ready to shoot rocks.
It's fine. I feel like that. I feel like that's one that you don't have to
Now that's not been added to my chipmunk lore. Autumn likes REM. It's not even really a surprise, but kind of, if you had asked me randomly, hey Perry, do you think I like REM? I would have been like, yeah, probably. It seems like something you could enjoy.
Yeah, it's sort of a. Oh, it is kind of in my lane.
Yes.
Like, it's not. I'm doing a bit. It's not actually a.
It's secret. No, I'm aware. I'm just saying,
I
like,
know.
if you had woken me up at 4 a.m. and be like, Perry, do I like REM? I would have been like, yeah, I think so. Also, well, let me sleep.
I feel like there would be other questions you'd have first, honestly. Like,
How are you in my house?
yeah, how did you find my house? How did you get to Germany? What's wrong? Are you okay? This.
But also,
feel
I
like
would say
something
you
has
like
gone
REM,
terribly wrong in
yes.
your life for you to be in this position. So what's happening?
I would just also say you like REM. That's just what I'm getting at. Like, I would have all of those questions, yeah, I guess. But I would also say you like REM. This is the facts. Soon as laser phase, y'all know what to do.
Yep, I'll be ready to drill.
I don't have the ideal weapon to shoot the tips, but I'll try, and you can drill. Drilling them is so satisfying. When I'm the driller, I just kind of like lasering. I like destroying the lasers just because it feels good. Life is
And
about
I'm
the little
only
pleasures, you know?
I love Mr. Driller. Beloved GBA game? That was a GBA game, right?
I think so.
Or am I-
There's also Giga Driller, which is not a
Two
GBA game.
lasers.
And Drill
3 lasers,
Dozer,
4 lasers.
which they have
I'm
just
drilling.
defined is another different one.
No, Giga Wrecker, right? Giga Wrecker was a thing.
That was a PC game, wasn't it?
That's like that's one of the weird like indie game freaks.
When Game Freak gets to
Yeah.
make games that is not Pokemon, something that keeps happening less and less, and I'm concerned. As much as I'm a huge
Apparently the
Pokemon
laser
fan.
spikes are quite breach compatible.
Ooh.
Yeah, speaking of games that Game Freak made that aren't Pokemon, how about we talk about Drill Dozer?
Yeah, well, you're right, that was the game I was thinking of. There's Mr. Driller, but there's also Drill Dozer and Giga Wrecker, and in my brain, those three games all kind of congeal together. I don't know why. I just keep thinking they're all about drilling.
They are all about drilling.
Yeah.
Is Giga Wrecker about drilling?
Actually, I think it's not about drilling.
We need repairs.
Yeah, Drill Dozer is awesome because it's about drilling and stealing things and killing cops.
I didn't know that part.
Is
I thought it's just about drilling. I just know about the
That's
drilling
Payday
part.
2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, what? No, that's Payday. I've played Payday. That's about drilling and killing cops. Not drilling the cops, well, you know.
But no,
but
like
there's
it,
probably
like
also
it-
games where you drill cops, right?
That's
girls
just
are-
the bulldozer. I know the bulldozer cops.
That's for when someone makes a game that takes "fuck the police" a little too literally. Then you have a game about drilling cops.
Oh my god. No, take swerve left, swerve left.
I'm pretty sure that's
No.
Right, now don't hit the button yet. We still
But
got
this is
the
not
machine
that
gun.
kind of stream. The stream is 18 plus exactly because I like making jokes like this sometimes, but we do not need to go into the specific
you don't-
logistics.
I mean, I'm sure I could find you like I could find right now a visual novel where like
Oh god, no.
talk like a sexy Doberman cop or whatever.
Oh my god,
What's
no,
the-
no,
No,
no, that's
dear.
not my brand. I will say that's not my taste, not my brand.
What's the cop dog problematic for you, like?
German Shepherds.
German Shepherds.
Right, yes, okay.
Yeah, because those are the dogs that actual cops use as canine units.
Yeah, they're like classic police
It's a-
dogs, so I mean,
like-
not everyone who enjoys those dogs is automatically, you know, shitty or whatever, obviously not. It's just the specific combo if you have a persona that's like, you know, hardcore into that, and it's also a German Shepherd, I'm gonna be like, maybe we're just different people, and this is not for me. That's how I'll politely put it, you know, that's my be politely
if
putting
your
it.
persona is a German Shepherd who is also a cop is sort of the...
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah. Again, very different things. I'm being politely about it and saying, no, not my thing. I would rather
Yeah,
have
it's-
a German Shepherd who does literally anything else. If you're gonna be a German Shepherd.
Like maybe herding sheep.
That'd be cute. I actually, yeah, seriously, like sheepdogs are fun. I want to see more like for where are the personas out there that are actually like shepherds, like actually take care of sheep.
Well, here's
I'm
the
just
weird
reminded
thing,
once
though.
again of Sheep in the Big City, where it's like, oh, and the German Shepherds, and there's just like a shepherd yelling vaguely German-sounding words.
Even Big City is
feel
the
like-
ultimate dad joke show. But yeah, Fizz was saying something. Let's
I
go.
was just gonna say the question is if this is like if we're talking about furries here, and you know if like the German Shepherd is a person, are the sheep also people?
I mean, it's okay. Okay, that's the Goofy and Pluto thing all over again. And just to point that out, we have humans and we have monkeys coexisting as well. So in my opinion, these things are not opposed to each other.
I mean, I guess that could be like an interesting play dynamic if you're into that. It feels like there's too many steps in that one for me, but someone could probably be into it.
I'm just saying, and we live in a world where we have chimpanzees as well as human beings, so there's not really a problem there. You can have both creatures, just different evolutions of the same
Alright,
ancestor.
are we ready to do this mining thing?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll be. Autumn, have you done this one where we have to throw bombs at the thing?
I think so, yeah.
We have to throw bombs
Okay.
at the thing. There you go.
All right, well I'm gonna hit it right now.
There will be a bomb dispenser, and we have to throw bombs at the thing. The bomb dispenser is going to be over there. It's going to be pretty easy then.
Honestly, I'm surprised I don't see more like mystery-solving Great Danes. That feels like a Persona concept you would expect that I've never encountered it.
To be fair, that is very much your brand. Everyone in the chat needs to know. My friend Autumn here is a huge Scooby-Doo expert and fan. She knows everything when it comes to the Scoobs. So
It's one of those legacy franchises that only gets weirder and more fascinating with time.
that is absolutely correct. I've been enjoying anytime you've been like doing a group watch on Scoob's content. Even the movie Scoob, which I don't think is a good movie at all, but it was interesting to watch together.
They canned the sequel to that, which was actually like a prequel, and it was like a holiday special about the gang as children. I'm sort of like, it doesn't.
I'm not mad about that one being cancelled, I will say. Batgirl being cancelled when it was almost finished is goofy, but I was not hyped for a Scoop sequel.
Yeah, so it's. I'm a little torn on it because as the thing that sort of like was pointed out that I kind of like realized, yeah, no, that's fair, is like Scoob was bad, but like the worst things about Scoob were the fact that and sorry, folks. You probably didn't come here for hot takes about the 2021 film Scoob! Exclamation point, but here we are. The thing about Scoob is that, like, hey, you know what my favorite thing about Scooby-Doo is? When Scooby and Shaggy are separated from the gang for 75% of the movie and
Yeah,
are
that
like
was
doing a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe bullshit I don't care about. That's what I really love in Scooby-Doo. But
that was such a bizarre choice. Seriously, you have a movie be about Scooby Doo, and then you just don't have Scooby Doo things happening for most of the screen time. What? What? What?
at the
What are you
very
even doing?
least, it
Hey,
sounds
should I hit
like
the button?
sequel was
Yeah.
yes. You
I'm ready.
at I think we're driving soon insane.
I mean, as
But,
long
like,
as we
at the
keep
very-
doing the mission while we have these conversations, I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. No, tell me more about Scoop. Scoop takes.
Well, the thing is that whatever it was going to end up being, Scoob! Exclamation point Holiday Haunt was at least going to like be a movie where the Scooby Gang was together and doing Scooby Gang things.
Probably,
which is-
probably. I would not bet on it necessarily, but probably. Yes.
That's the like plot summary. The like what we know about the movie is that it was going to be that. Like, that
Okay,
is-
okay.
that's what like it has been positioned as. It's like about fucking. It's like the summary of it was like it's Scooby-Doo's first Christmas and the gang are in a lodge and there's a mystery and Scoob learns the
Spoopy things
true meaning
happen,
of
I'm
Christmas.
guessing.
Yeah. There is some sort of holiday haunt, perhaps. That's what it was.
Yeah, that
Hey,
could have
as
been
in, like-
okay. That could have probably been okay, but after having seen Scoob,
Who's
I'm
got
like,
the head?
I do.
Yes.
I was just not particularly, how do I say, confident? When the TV
Yeah.
special things, you know, like the sort of direct-to-DVD crap they've been making, has been on overall a lot more fun. Scoob was just very much a letdown. When the lower budget takes have been more enjoyable.
It wasn't because like the direct-to-video junk is like trying to be Scooby-Doo and often finding like interesting and weird and surprising ways to do that because
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's been 50 goddamn years. You have to come up with something because everything else has already been done. But like Scoob was just not interested in being about Scooby-Doo at all, which is like not who wanted that? Who asked for that? The executives. The executive asked.
Yeah, no, the suits did, and I mean, you're our Scooby-Doo super fan. You didn't like it. I don't think it was a great hit with the kids.
Yeah,
It was
no
just
one-
kind of a
no
thing
one
that wasn't for anybody, really. It was just
Nope.
there.
was excited for the Captain Caveman movie.
No, nobody was waiting for like I will say the most interesting thing Scoob did, and again, this was very bizarre, and I just kind of enjoyed it because it was actually bizarre and not just like focus tested crap. Was the fact that like an important part of the movie is freaking Snidely Whiplash and his dog.
Yeah, Snidely Whiplash wants to save his dog from hell. That is the plot of Scoob! Exclamation point. Which sounds great, but it's not.
No, it's absolutely not. But it had the makings of something great. So I at least thought there was something enjoyable to that. Like it had something to it. There was an idea there that I could enjoy. I wouldn't say it was good. It was bizarre, and I wasn't sure how it fit into the. Oh no, it's not Whiplash. Was it Dick Dastardly? I keep forgetting. Right, Dick Dastardly. They all have the same names. They all have the same names.
It's the same character.
Okay, Dick
I
Dastardly wants to save his dog from hell. That's actually the plot of the motivation of the villain in the movie Scoob. It's not as fun as it sounds, but it could have been fun. There's something to that I would have liked as a proper movie and not just as a crappy Scooby-Doo movie, you know.
We appreciate your deep Rocky and Bullwinkle catalog, Baker.
How can Dick Dastardly tries to save his dog from hell not be awesome? Well, White Chicken. It can be not awesome. If it's just part of a really messy movie that has really tired jokes and focus tested, like very foreseeable twists and is just kind of very meandering, and you don't know what it wants to be.
Yeah, because
of
it is
those
part of a
movies-
movie that has no interest in being a movie and is only interested in.
Is only interested in being the trailer for the next movie.
Yeah, it's trying to set up the sort of like, you know, universe, cinematic universe.
Like, because if I tell you the movie is about Dick Dastardly trying to save his dog from hell, that is technically true, but it's also misleading because that's not really what it's what happens in the movie, but it's not what the movie is about. More than anything, the movie is about like Blue Falcon's son being kind of a shitty successor to the title Blue Falcon and having angst about it, which isn't a movie anybody wants to see. Who cares?
Yeah, I will admit I was not very
Yeah,
invested in that.
Hey, I don't. Sorry to interrupt, but it's Perry. It seems like your stream is cutting out.
Yeah, I'm having some issues on my end. Not sure what's going on there. I don't have anything on. That's the whole thing. Nothing is going on. That's why I'm confused.
Only going off.
Internet's just deciding to be crap right now. That's not fun.
Like my
Internet hiccup spike.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there, but that's annoying. I apologize, stream. I'm going to try to fix that. Like, my game is also just sputtering a little bit. I don't know why.
Your voice is coming through
your
here. So
your
Discord
internet is
definitely seems-
attempting to save your viewership from my meandering digressions about Goob exclamation
Yeah,
point.
but it's interesting that your Discord seems to be unaffected by the
Without
internet
one,
spike.
close parentheses.
Yeah, let me do like a, let me have a quick look. Quick
But
diagnosis.
turning it off and on again.
Yeah, if in doubt, I mean, I'm gonna just restart the stream if I have to. I just like to not have to, but let's give it a go, okay? Let's have a look first
When
here.
in doubt, stream it out.
My ping is okay. It's just being weird.
While you sort that out, I'm gonna go get something to drink. Be back
Yeah,
in a
I'll
minute.
put on a quick ad break. I'll do a quick ad break. That's the advantage of the ad break, you know. I will get a pittance of money from Twitch for this at some point, maybe.
I should also go grab a drink.
Yeah, y'all do that. Y'all, I'm gonna like restart the game as well. Just to rule that out, okay? Just, you know. Do that real quick. Oh, yo. It's always fun when you have to deal with tech problems. Especially
Love tech
because
problems.
this might be a thing I literally can't fix. Possibly? Like, I'm not getting any packet loss on my end, supposedly. My internet says, oh, everything's cool. Edge. That being butts. I kind of just don't want to restart the stream, because if I completely, like, shut down the stream, that means, you know, everyone gets notified again and crap like that. That's the annoying thing. That's why that's the last resort. I will do it if I have to, but I would like not to have to. But, like, then everyone gets told a second time, here's the stream, and then the stream is cut into 2 pieces. That's the whole thing. It's annoying. If absolutely necessary, I can of course also restart my router, but again, everything else is working great. That's the problem. On my end, it claims everything's fine.
I need some vacation.
I'm hydrating. But yeah, that's my frustration, right? Is that, If this is something I literally can't fix, and it's just like, cool, thanks for nothing, Twitch.
Yeah, I thought Twitch had a thing where if you got disconnected, it would like show a screen saying that you got disconnected, and like wait up to a minute and a half for you to reconnect before officially ending the stream, kicking everybody off.
Yeah, it's just, but that's like not enough time that potentially if I restart my whole router or crap like that. But do you think that, do you mean that means it would work if I just restart the stream, but it would still think it's the same stream? Because I would,
If
like,
you
there's
if
a
you
button, right, on my end that I'd have to hit to end the stream, and that's obviously not what I want to do.
Yeah, I think that's different. Like the feature that I mentioned, I think that's for just if you get disconnected.
Okay. Interesting. Now Twitch claims my bitrate is green. It showed for a sec that it was red, and now it's green again. Green is supposed to tell me it's supposed to be good, so. Hope that means it's better now? My game is running smooth.
Yeah, I'm looking at it in the mod view. It looks good again, and chat is saying it looks good too.
Well, there you go. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Which is exactly what I did with the game. Maybe that was all it wanted. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I appreciate you all sticking around through the tech problems and the wonderful soapboxing and ramblings we all have around here. That's just kind of how we are. Oh, right. Zune, didn't you say you had to go at 7? That's in 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be playing board games with another friend. It's not something where it matters if I'm like slightly late.
Okay. But just
Yeah,
making
you're
sure.
cool with one more then.
You can do one more mission?
If it's a short mission, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, let me see. Autumn's next mission on her docket was actually another escort. I'm not sure we want to necessarily do that again.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
see if
maybe
anybody
not.
has an egg hunt up or something like that.
I invite you, Autumn. Do you need me to invite you again?
Oh, let me.
Um,
There we go.
I have a
Zune's-
season challenge for a mining expedition or on-site refining.
and Zune's next assignment mission is a short mining expedition as well, so that would be a good one to do.
I'm hydrating plenty, chat. Thank you. Keep it up, y'all. To make this clear, I probably should take a picture of this thing sometime. But what I have is this 1.5 liter bottle. Like, this is huge Nalgene bottle. It's 48 ounces for the Americans present. So I have plenty to drink, and I always fill this up completely before the stream. And if you want to hydrate me really
That's
well,
like, that's like Florida ounces, right?
wait, Florida ounces? Wait,
Fluid ounces.
Fluid ounces. Yes, I thought you said Florida ounces.
I did.
You did
It's
say
a,
Florida
it's, a
ounces.
it's a reference to I think it was like.
Are you referencing
Someone
something
called
that?
the fluid ounces Florida ounces, and
Wait, what's this?
Autumn's girlfriend would probably be knowledgeable about Florida
I
ounces.
think it was a Twitter screenshot or something that I saw somewhere.
My knowledge of America is always being put to the test in these streams. I noticed. I mean, last time I streamed American Truck Simulator, I dead ass thought that the seal of Montana was a hamburger with a drink in front of it. I'm not joking. I wasn't trying to be extra stupid. The way the game made it look on the flag did not look like a scene of like the beautiful landscapes of Montana, which it actually is. It looked like a freaking burger with a cup of soda in front of it.
Mm.
I am not a smart bird sometimes.
I just had to clip that when you said it at first. But...
Yeah, I need to like put that on Twitter. People need to see. They need to see. My very half-assed knowledge about the US needs to be put on full display. I own it. I own that I'm a German cockatoo who doesn't know stuff sometimes. Right, yeah, Autumn's thing, it's ultimately also Fizzbuzz's thing, and the name is funny. It's the Fathomless Letdown. But I'm not sure we want to do another escort.
Yeah, let's not do another.
It's a max length as well. We'd have to like resupply twice. Yeah, let's do Zunes. It's a quick one. Let's do it.
Do a
And after that, we'll have to replace you, and we'll see if I can recruit somebody.
A quickie for Zoom.
Yeah.
But yes, I appreciate y'all sticking with us through the tech issues and the rambles, because guess what? There's probably going to be more of both of those things. Hopefully more rambles and tech issues, but, you know, it's not my control if Twitch sucks. I'm glad nobody's been trying to sell me those devil things on Twitter or trying to make me sell them, but I will say that is very much entirely because I also liberally block people, especially accounts like that. I also subscribe to a whole list of like crypto, NF, blah blah bullshitters who I also all blocked. My life was improved afterwards. Like once in a blue moon, I still see some sort of NF blah barf guy, and it's very rare. And then I get the pleasure of manually blocking them. And yes, Twitter is how do I say? I have a very complicated relationship with Twitter because Twitter is as a platform really terrible, but there's also some cool people on there, and I like showing myself to those cool people. They should see what I make. And I kind of need to do that, so I wish Twitter was a less terrible place, like as a platform, because I think conceptually it's fine to have a place to promote yourself, but that place shouldn't be made of terrible algorithms and politicians making literal like historical political decisions on a shitty social media platform with limited characters per message.
Yeah, like with Twitter, I always kind of feel lucky with how I engage with it, since what I post on there is mostly just a few occasional pieces of pony art. You know, I don't actually have to depend on it to try to make a living or anything like that. So if I just get tired of the bullshit, I can just log off.
That's in general. I recommend that even to people who do depend on it. Whenever you need to, log off. Your mental health is worth more than everything else, because making money is important. I wish we didn't have to do that, but it is. I get that, but at the same time, you know, you literally can't do your job if you're constantly being exposed to all the horrors of Twitter, so, you know. Don't be...
I have never in my life logged off Twitter.
Because you never
Twitter...
logged on. Yes, I know.
Exactly!
That's the smart...
Twitter makes it,
Oh, it's 2 Jadises in there. Wow.
Sort of problematically a little what's
extremely online.
No, it's so the thing about Twitter is that I have a problem, and my problem is that when I see someone who like is just like completely just when I see someone who I could not disagree with more, who is like so profoundly like out of step with reality, whose like ideology is so monstrous that it like kind of beggars belief.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that just like I just want to understand. I want to like how does your brain work? How do you come to this like how do you
come to the conclusion to be
this person? How do you think? What is
I can understand that fascination, but I have trained myself extensively to just push the block button, because it's never worth my time. It's never been worth my energy. I never learn anything. The person never learns anything. In the end, it's just a profound waste of my time. I strongly recommend you try to practice the same instinct of blocking terrible
problem.
people.
Like, there's never a satisfying answer. Like, there is no, like, there is no like grander like human like connection. There is no empathy you're going to build that's going to make it make sense and bridge that gap.
Especially on Twitter, you know? Twitter is not a platform where you go to have your mind changed, usually. Of course, there will be people, you know, onlookers who you never hear a word from, who might read something you said and think, hey, I actually like that. That makes sense. But the people you're arguing with will never have their mind changed. They will never give a crap. You are never doing it for them.
It's not even about arguing. Like, I do my best not to engage, even when I am like touching the stove, because like engaging can only end badly. That's
yeah,
good.
Extremely.
But I still want to like try to like understand. And the issue is that like I'm like, okay, what drives you to think this? How do you end up here? And
yeah, but do you understand better after? Do you understand more?
I always just end up going, okay, so it's exactly as stupid as I like. This is exactly as vapid. This is exactly as
Hateful and terrible and
yeah, like
Yeah.
this is exactly what I thought it was, and everything you say just kind of further
The
confirms
deeper reasoning is there is no
that.
deeper reasoning.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just block. Train your instinct. Train your itchy block button.
Right,
No
there
regrets.
is no. Not even that there. It's not like because like there is no deeper reasoning, but it's like the lack of reasoning is the point almost, right? It is
Kinda,
like
yeah.
the
Sometimes there isn't a deep like backstory where you learn why someone became bitter and
Yeah,
shitty.
because like if there was reasoning behind it, they wouldn't have that opinion, would they?
Probably, or at least the reason would be a bit different. But what I'm saying is, you're not gonna get the tragic backstory that you can tackle
Yeah.
somehow. That's gonna satisfy and make it make sense. Sometimes people do
Yeah,
not
and
make
sometimes
sense.
sometimes it's just like, okay, if people were open to argument and thought, they wouldn't hold these opinions.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's just genuinely the case.
that's what I'm saying. Oh, by the way, here's some market up there. That's why I'm saying, like, I strongly recommend anyone who wants to go put themselves out there on Twitter, and sometimes it's unfortunately necessary, engage literally only in the way that is healthy for you. The moment you notice, oh, this is a bad habit, or I'm getting angry, or this is really, like, making me depressed, leave. You know that picture? Hang on, I need to actually, like, you know what I should do? I should commission a picture of that, the share zone picture. You know that one where it's like, just get out of there?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna post it for the chat, because it's the most important picture on the internet. I'm not even joking, and I'm aware of the irony that it is also a Twitter post, but this is a great, wonderful picture. Like, you know, just walk out. I'm gonna put that on screen. It's the best picture on the internet. I'm not even joking, because it's like, if it sucks, hit the bricks. It's shit posting. It's the share zone. Of course, it's gonna be someone shit posting, but it's very sincere about the message of, you know what, you can just leave. You don't have to do this. Anything where you have the power to just leave, I promise you, do it. Especially on anything with social media. The moment you notice it's unhealthy for you, or you're not getting something positive out of it anymore, just get out. Get out. Take a break. Be there as little as you want. Seriously, here. See, just walk out. Extremely good. Like, generally, like, you know, it's a shit post, of course, it's humorous, but it's good advice. And that's why I strongly recommend anyone who engages with social media do it in the exact amount that you'd enjoy. Genuinely enjoy. Not obligation, not, oh, but I have to keep up with all this crap. No. And use your block button. Use your block button liberally. Use your block button like it's like candy. Just keep using it. Click, click, click. Someone sucks, block them. Someone is...
To be fair, when I do have the impulse to touch the stove, I also use it as an excuse to fill out my my block lists.
Good. At least there's that. Yeah, I can sort of
I
understand
try to,
that.
you know, listen. There's only so many of them. If I keep blocking, eventually I'll run out. Eventually I'll be free.
I wish, but
Yeah, here another data deposit in this big cave somewhere.
everyone's seen the picture. Good. Everyone understands my stance on this. But I mean that. Like, seize that power. The only people who make fun of you for blocking people are the sort of people you actually want to block. So someone who actually, like, cares about you will absolutely encourage you to block people who really suck, because you literally don't owe them anything. That's the great thing about it. Like, that's the wonderful thing. It might look like you owe them something. It might look like you owe, but the algorithm tells me to. No, you don't owe them anything. And that's actually a very powerful feeling, in my opinion. Like, you can just be like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't owe you anything. I love it. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, listen, when something is an existential nightmare that you cannot bear, you can just leave. You can just leave. I had a the other day I had a kind of a preliminary, like, proto session -1 for a Blaze in the Dark game with some friends.
Ooh, I really want to play Blades in the Dark sometime. It's a great TTRPG.
Oh, Blades in the Dark is amazing.
Yeah,
We should definitely
I'm
play it.
excited for it. I have a very
Wait, are we bringing this up because you had to leave the session, or because in the story
no.
something
Oh,
happened?
sorry. We haven't started playing. The reason I was just going to make a dumb joke, because the dumb joke was that at some point in the conversation we came around to discussing human skin truck baby, and I could have just left.
Wait,
I
what?
didn't have to.
Wait, what the heck? Wait, did you
I'm
which
going
which
to-
combination of words did you just say?
Human skin truck baby.
Okay, do I want to know more? Is the stream suitable content, or should I just move on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna post a link in your chat, and it's going to be your chat's problem.
Okay, so we're not gonna discuss this on the stream. Thank you. That combination of words is very not great.
It's actually very good, and
Oh, it's not
just,
actually as horrifying as it sounds.
It is and it isn't. It is a parody of a country song. That is
Okay.
about a man's truck wife giving birth.
Okay. Okay. So now I have the context. At least it's about making fun of the like stereotypical country song.
Yes.
Especially bro country, where there's always some sort of duder who's just a real bro, like a real stereotypical kind of guy, and he really loves his truck. Just absolutely loves his truck.
Now throwing some good old fashioned lighthearted body horror.
Okay, who made this song? Is this another Neil C thing that I missed, or is this?
No, this is an old comedy Bang Bang bit.
Oh, okay. So this is not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Okay, at least the joke is the point. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I still fell down this pit because I got so startled. So I'm blaming you for that. I'm blaming you.
That's fair. I did make you contend with the string of words human skin truck baby.
Okay, so
And I have no regrets.
people can click on that link if they want to hear a song that is humorous but also body horror. But you've been warned. That's what it is. So do not click if you don't find that enjoyable.
How did we get to the subject of Blaze in the Dark, by the way?
Because she mentioned she was setting up like a session 0 for that.
Yeah, it was just a conversation that happened while we were talking about the game we're planning.
Yeah. I just recently started a campaign of Scum and Villainy, which is Blades in the Dark but in space.
Oh, I like that.
Definitely not Blades in the Dark, but definitely not Star Wars. Definitely not.
I mean the name Scum and Villainy.
It's definitely not Star Wars or Firefly.
There is no cantina. We are not playing Jizz.
Yeah.
I still hate that. That's a
And-
phrase you can say, and it's actually not a joke.
And the scoundrel totally doesn't have a skill that's called Shoot First.
Oh my god. I really need to play Blades in the Dark sometime. I really just need to get around to that.
We could maybe do that with our Thirsty Sword Lesbians group once we're done with Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
I would like that, yeah. When we're done with our thirsty Norse lesbians.
Yeah.
Hey, are we ready to start this thing up?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's boogie. Let's do things. I'm trying to think of more. Oh, by the way, our wager is going to end positively. I just found something.
We're rich.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll handle
nice.
that when we're done with this. Can we get more light on the
Well,
ceiling?
of course we still have to actually survive this encounter and deposit it for it to count.
Yeah. We're not rich yet.
Our GM for Blade kind of created a custom setting, and one of the ways they described it for us was
Yeah, we hear more light
sort of
as
like,
well.
okay, think about Miami. That was what they said. It was like, and what they meant by that was it's kind of a swampy, humid place that kind of sucks in that way. But also it's like kind of a tax haven with a lot of inequality. That's kind of what they were going for.
Yeah, okay, that
But
works
we
for
all just
Blades, I
sort of
think.
we all just sort of went, oh, okay, it's Miami, and just rolled with that.
So, okay, you have to tell me honestly, well, Autumn, did at any point anyone throw crocodiles at people?
Well, so we haven't played the game yet, but it is the thing I have decided for my character is I am playing a hound, which is like a range like sharpshooter character, and they get like a hunting companion.
Yeah. Is it the crocodile?
Y yes. So the advance I have taken, like the starting advance I decided on was one that like gives your hunting companion like kind of a supernatural ability.
Ooh, magic crocodile.
And so the companion I have settled on is a spirit alligator that turns into mist and hangs out in a hip flask on my character's waist.
That's fucking awesome. Pardon my French. That's extremely cool. I support this concept. I would love a pet like this. Extremely support that.
A pet you can keep in a makeshift Pokeball.
Yes! Again, everyone knows. Come on, my extreme devotion to Pokemon is known. This is important to me. This is very me.
Hey, where's the gold nugget?
First we grab this. One thing at a time.
Weird cube.
Yep, please deposit the strange cube. You can call over Molly if you want, you know, don't have to.
I'm gonna do some intense slow motion platforming.
Is this Death Stranding? Are you just like into slowly carrying cargo now? Alright, over here.
It was always Death Stranding. Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh my god, now everything makes sense.
Yeah,
The random tangents about politics and also us talking about like human truck babies. Yeah, it all makes Death Stranding sense now.
And
Alright, let's do it! The ritual. Everyone come over here, Autumn. That includes you. Autumn. Mark it. Mark the nugget. Keep your...
it's too far. It's too far. Okay, I'm here.
No, you have to keep marking it. Yeah, like this.
Oh, you even put sparkles on it for us.
Yes! Celebratory sparkle. Celebratory
I'll kill the
oppressor!
oppressor.
Oh, there we go. We've done it. We've gotten rich.
Okay, I'm gonna push the button.
Hang on.
Yeah, we need to deposit it first.
I already deposited
I'm
it.
getting knocked
This
around.
is still glowing. I want to see if there's a second one, just in case. Just in case, okay? It could be wrong, but please have a
I
look.
don't think you can have more than one gold nugget in a mission, but
Yeah, you can.
You definitely can.
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
My record was free, I think, in one
alright,
mission.
well,
It
keep
could be
drilling
that
then.
it's just lighting because of our flares, but please have a look. Just in case, okay? We don't want to miss out on the rare double nugget. Like, that's a...
Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna C4 this. Everybody get away.
I don't...
Alright.
you don't want me to get blown up? Sad.
Hit it.
No, seems it was just one. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because, again, it's hard to tell with these things if they're still illuminated or not, you know? If something's still illuminated, it means there's still something there. The gold nugget bits, like the nuglets, it's hard to tell.
Anyway, Scott and Wojciech both got paid out since we ended up being rich. Thank
Good.
you for taking part in our little prediction thingy, and maybe we'll come up with something else to gamble on shortly here.
Yeah. It's a fun little silly thing that I can enjoy. But please, again, do not do anything dumb with it. It's literally just fake points. Do not try to... like, bad things to get more points.
Anyway, let's follow Molly out of here because I'm kind of short on drill fuel.
Aw,
Okay.
fine. I will be sensible.
Ah, shit, that did not
I
go.
got you, Stu.
Were you trying to land on the platform instead?
I was trying to land on the platform.
Well, close, but no cigar.
Why is it so dark down here anyway? I want to get some light.
I wonder whose job that is.
a mystery.
It's like that Garfield thing. It's like, I wonder who that sign is for.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Another favorite internet thing of mine, honestly. It's great energy. Very short zipline. Because I can. I had one left, so why the heck not? So if we need another zipline, yeah.
Too
Too
bad.
bad.
Yeah, exactly. Too bad.
Still got 11 platforms.
That's enough for a whole football team.
Is it?
Yes.
Goddamn zappy crystals, I think
I
I'm
mean-
Right.
again.
You mean something different when you say football.
Yes, because it's played with a foot.
Yeah, we mean like actual football.
The thing you play with a foot.
Football,
And egg.
no, football. The game. There's no feet in football. You only play with your hands. That's why it's called football.
That's so why the name is so funny to me. Like, I'm not even like saying this like, oh, which sport is superior. It's just the name makes no sense. There's literally one person who's allowed to kick in football per team.
It's the most important person, though.
Yeah, but it's one person. There's not a lot of feet involved. You mostly use your hands.
Hey, Adam, we're all clear.
Not like an actual football where there's only one person on each team who's even allowed to use their hands.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like inverted. Who added this? Did you? I just noticed. Did you add the Perry horse emote to my Discord?
Mhm.
I'll name it
did
Perry
you-
horse at least to distinguish it
Did you
from
also
the burb.
did you also see the sticker that I added?
You added a sticker. Let me.
The Perry horse. The horse.
Yes, Scram. Scram is very good.
Right.
Scrim,
I'm
scrim.
gonna check out. I got a board game appointment.
Very important at
Thank
the
you for
point.
playing, Zoom.
We'd love to
Yeah.
have you here. I'm very
Sure.
glad you were here.
Good games. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Enjoy board games.
Listen, I don't know how many players are in football.
Sometime I should do like
How would
a-
I know that?
like sometime I should do a board game stream.
Like
people like-
tabletop simulator.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, you're not being paid by the hour.
If someone were to say that would be fun, I would do it because I love me some board games.
Or
So should we
more like
should we see if
entertain
we can
games.
scratch
because
up another
you're
plan?
entertained
Yeah,
by-
let's see if there's someone. Because if you want to do a quick recruitment check.
Yeah, I'll ask around one bit.
We can, of course, also at some point start a mission. And if someone is a bit delayed. Maybe Scott is available now if he wants.
Yeah, I'm asking him first.
Yeah.
Scott.
So I hope we can get a fourth, but you know, every way we can start a mission. And then
Yeah.
just.
Actually, it looks like he might be offline, so I'll go
Just-
ask around to.
Maybe he died. Maybe the heat got him.
I hope not. He probably is just lying down. Because sometimes sleeping off the heat is the best thing you could do.
I think the heat probably snuck into his room and stabbed him with a knife. It's tragic, but I think that's what happened.
I mean, I can't disprove it.
Yeah,
Can't exactly say it didn't happen.
yeah, we can't prove that
This'll go great.
the concept of things being hot is not capable of manifesting in your room with a knife and stabbing you to death. Scientifically speaking, it's possible. You can't prove a negative.
Well, the thing is that I can definitely say it certainly feels that way sometimes when it's so hot. So
Yeah, exactly. There's something here. I think there's merit to this theory. I think it deserves serious consideration.
You should discuss this theory while you're dancing with us.
Yeah, I'm gonna come dance. I'm not gonna do any kind of. I'm gonna go be responsible and.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I can tell. Very responsible.
Hey, at least we're still dancing in midair.
Oh my god. This is horrifying visuals. I apologize to anyone with motion sickness and the I literally cannot change this camera. I'm stuck. Amazing.
We'll get back down in a moment.
So we get to look at the
we might-
inside of my dwarf skull.
We might really be stuck up here.
Oh my god, are you serious? Help! Oh,
Oh,
thank
there, we
god.
finally got loose.
Thanks, Autumn.
I have no regrets.
No, you shouldn't. That's the sort of thing I would have done if you hadn't, so honestly, yeah. Valid.
Hmm.
I'll give it a minute or so, but then I'll go ahead and just check for a mission. We can go as free. Four is, of course,
Yeah.
better, but free is good.
Autumn, you think Crit might want to play?
Yeah, maybe not on stream. It's fine if not.
Yeah.
Yeah, her choice.
Yeah, I don't think so. She's is less comfortable.
Yeah, we get the idea.
That's valid. Extremely valid. That's why I was asking on advance. I don't like putting people on the stream who did not say yes to that, because even if you're not in the voice, you're still like, you know, gonna be sort of like being presented to others, so in
Yeah.
scenarios where it's avoidable, like a pre-made co-op session, I am very much doing that. Let's see what else we got over here. So, I don't... It's less long this time. If people would do another escort. Otherwise we can do my assignment, which is a salvage max length with rival presence. So lots of pew-pew with people on the moon. I
Secretly, I kind of want this dual machine guns. That sounds like fun to me.
Would you do my mission? Shoot things? Lots of things?
Yeah.
Is, are you bringing the flamethrower for this?
Yeah, let me switch builds before we carry on.
Yeah, that'd be great because the
hold
robots will
on,
be
hold
plentiful.
on. Actually, I should. I'm just looking at the secondary since it's fossils, and since Zoom dropped out, I might just switch to NG
That works too.
so that we have somebody to provide platforms.
Mm-hmm. Works for me.
Alright. Haven't played engineer in a while, so I better check my build before we go. Make sure I got the heat on this big giant laser.
You know, I hate it when rivals are present.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why we have to shoot them. That's the whole point. Go there, shoot the rivals.
Like my favorite platform fighter, Presence of Aether.
That's a good game, though. I should actually finally start playing it. I'm always intimidated by fighting games, but also really like them. So it's a duality of parry. Sort of.
And you know, Rivals is a Smash, so it's a different.
Yeah, and I mean it has a okay. The important thing is, you know, I'm extremely shallow when it comes to these things. If there's a character I think looks cool, then I will learn just about any game. And there is an orca who is also a dog, which is like almost the perfect animal. It should also be a bird, but there's also no as a playable bird. But I'm just saying, my second favorite animal, probably right after birds, is whales. So if you tell me I can play as a whale, my interest is gonna shoot up. We haven't actually had the beer, have we? I'm gonna buy the beer.
Beer.
But yeah, Rivals of Aether has a dog orca thing, and I want to play that.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to play the orca. I don't even know what the character's like, what he plays like, what his play style is. I don't care. It's an orca. That's all I need to
I
know.
played a little bit of Rivals of Aether, but never, not really even enough to like settle on a character I wanted to play.
There's a punch rat. I always felt like you would like the punch rat.
Yeah.
He's
Aren't they
cool.
making like a second
Yeah.
one that's
Yeah.
gonna have like 3D graphics?
Yeah.
I think GF is was playing Punch Rat, although I don't know what she said. The singer mouse looked cool to me, but I felt like her like mechanic required me to think about like space in a way that I'm bad at.
It would require you to think. I understand that problem.
Which, to be fair, Rivals of Aether, like even more than like more than Smash, certainly. Rivals of Aether is like a very it's like it is a game about kind of controlling space, like
Ah, okay.
a lot of the characters have mechanics that like change the way that you move and like the way you relate to certain parts of the map in ways that are like complicated and interesting. It's like one of the design things that is neat about that game. But
Yeah, I really want to like try it more.
Mules that drop pod and their lives in this cave. Find and repair the lost mules.
Oh, Flair, is it coincidence that a character in your setting is whale themed?
Expect heavy infestation.
I generally don't know, actually. I generally don't know if this has anything to do with me loving whales or not. But whales are great. I really love whales. So anyone who includes whales in a thing that they do is awesome. If you include birds and whales, then you're the best. Automatically. You win. You automatically win. Because they're like very different animals, right? Like I'm aware that birds on one hand tend to be very much lightweight. Of course, not all of them, but most. Most of them fly. Most of them, you know, just very much do not live in the water. They're not giant. There's a certain size limit on what a bird can be. Even birds that cannot fly, like ostriches, cassowaries, or whatever, they will still have a certain size limit. The whale does not, because whales can only be this large because they live in the water. So they hit very different, like, I don't know, nerves for me. The bird has a very different energy than the whale, but they both have a very strong mood.
Obviously I have an affinity for
I think I hear a nemesis coming.
for our friends
Oh no, it's shredders.
Okay, here's a dumb question. Is a chipmunk part of the rodent family?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They are.
Okay.
They're part of the rodent family. They're part of they are part of Sciridae, which is the kind of the order that squirrels are in.
Okay, yeah, they're related to squirrels. I figured that because they look really similar.
Yeah, they're squirrels tend to. The big difference is that squirrels are like more tree based, and well, most squirrels are like more tree based. They're kind of the typical animal you mean when you say squirrel, because squirrel can kind of be used to describe anything in Sciridae. But like you're kind of like traditional like brown squirrel, like they are going to be kind of like tree based. They are going to spend a lot of time in trees. They're going to be climbing trees a lot. Chipmunks are ground squirrels. They are.
Do they have any relation to ground hogs or animals like it?
Those are also rodents.
Is there a
but not
relation?
directly.
Okay.
I don't think. Not. I mean, not especially. They are. I mean, yes, there is a relation, but every animal is related.
Yeah, but like a direct one or more conceptually related rather than directly related. That's what I meant.
I'm pretty sure there's a fairly direct relation. Like I'm pretty sure they are both rodents, and I don't know this off the top of my head, but I assume they are like fairly close in like the rodent family tree. But
Need some nitro
Probably not.
platform here?
Just a minute. Can you mark it?
I'd mark it.
probably not that much closer than they would be to like mice and stuff. But anyway, I was just saying I've you know, obviously I am you know, I have a special place in my heart for our friends in the Sciridae family, but I'm probably saying that wrong. But I have lately I have kind of developed an appreciation for corvids.
Corvids are great. I saw you had like an RP character, right? Who's a corvid?
Yeah, I've been playing a Kenku in a D&D game that I ended up liking a lot, and
Yeah, I saw you
I
getting
ended up
art of
feeling-
them, and I really like those arts. Obviously,
Yeah,
Corvids
I
are
just,
birds, so again, I'm biased, but Corvids are really
Yeah.
awesome.
I ended up going deep on ravens, and ravens are cool. They're a cool
Super
bird.
cool. Extremely agree. They're so smart, they're so cool, stylish, just amazing birds, honestly. Cannot agree more, because, like, that's the fun thing too, right? Like, parrots and corvids are both really, like smart in terms of, like, when I say smart, I mean, like, in terms of being able to grasp concepts that a lot of animals cannot grasp, you know, things like very basic tool knowledge, or the understanding of like logic in a very, again, basic sense, like I do thing A and thing B will happen. Most animals, like even most other birds, do not really have a strong concept of this. So, like, you know, I don't like saying stupid, because again, it's like intelligence on the biological level is obviously something different from intelligence on the human level, and so on and so forth. But the idea is they can understand concepts that most animal brains cannot. And corvids and parrots kind of, to me, two sides of the same coin in that way.
Yeah,
Because they both are very intelligent, but they come from very different like biomes and backgrounds, you know? Having a sippy, as I was ordered. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's why I think probably feel extra kinship with them, because you know, I'm a type of parrot. Cockatoos are their own subfamily within parrots, but they belong to the greater overarching family of parrot, very broadly. They're not what you typically think of when you think parrot, maybe, but they share enough traits with parrots that I'm not mad if someone says I'm a parrot. I'm just like a different kind of parrot, basically. So
Well,
it's fair enough.
it's like when people say I'm a squirrel. Like, yeah, I get why you say that.
Yeah, it's close enough. You're almost there. It's not quite, but
Yeah.
you almost get it. You almost get it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a spitball up there that just saw us.
You're in the park.
That's why I really appreciate corvids, because both corvids and cockatoos have a strong sense of mischief, a strong sense of, you know, like liking to learn things, enjoying learning things, and using those concepts for their amusement. Like, that's kind of the interesting thing with the social intelligence aspect of animals, is that very few animals have a concept of fun. You need to have a certain degree of safety. Like, you can't be an animal that's constantly being hunted. You don't have time to have fun when you're always on the run. And...
Nemesis.
Oh boy, okay. Speaking of on the run, that's what I get. Just to finish that thought real quick, while I'm getting my butt kicked by this nemesis, oh my gosh, is that corvids and parrots both have a concept of fun. And that's probably where we relate to each other, you know, as beings. Yeah, that thing is a big giant robot that has long arms, and it grabs you, and it
grabbed. I got grabbed by the ghoulies.
Yep. Also, there will be bombs spawning when it goes down, so do not immediately celebrate. We have to avoid the bombs also. Alright, that would be now.
There it goes. Alright.
And yes, like that's what I find fascinating about very social animals in general. Another animal has a concept of fun, is dolphins, for instance, and whales, actually, too. Yeah, again, we're coming back to whales. They have a social intelligence high enough to be able to tell each other about things they saw. They have developed different languages. Whales actually have different dialects. We were speaking about dialects earlier. Whales have dialects.
Dolphins kind of infamously have a little too much fun.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. They just do, because again, in most cases they don't have a lot of predators, so they have time to develop things like social senses, hobbies in the most basic form, and so on.
Capacity to be an asshole.
Yes, like seriously, that's exactly what you need to be smart enough for. Other animals mostly operate on instinct. They just do what they need to survive, or because it is part of their social understanding. Like dogs and cats, for instance, are not necessarily stupid. They just don't tend to develop as much of their own, like, independent ideas of fun, for instance, but they obviously know what fun is, just not in that abstract level. But corvids do, parrots do, whales do, dolphins do, and that's why they will actually develop behaviors, as someone mentioned in the chat, that, for instance, make them hard to study, because they'll tell each other about the weird person that did a thing, and then it's because all of these animals are very social, they will share this within their family group, and the family group will share it with the extended family group. And as a result, you will have a hard time Because you constantly need to adapt your studies. Since otherwise the animals clue in and will just not let you play ball. Other animals are just like, oh, you gave me food, I will stick around. You're nice, you give me food. Everything's cool. But
Now I'm just thinking about like studying the biological basis for puckish roguery.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen videos of ravens, like crows and ravens, just like rolling down hills in the winter in the snow, just for fun. They also message with each other, just for kicks. Again, they have like certain social behaviors that they just do because it's funny. They also mourn their dead. They have a concept of this one we liked passed away. We're gonna sort of like have a respectful moment for them. And yes, they will tell each other about the funky researcher that put a tag on their leg and be like, yo, look at this. This guy did that. Don't let that guy do it. And then the guy will notice suddenly the crows in the vicinity and not letting him do it.
They like to kind of fly and swoop around, get high in the currents just for fun.
Yeah.
They're fun guys.
It's great.
Like,
as you can tell, I can talk about this for ages, but yes, that's probably why I feel kinship with all these animals, because they have an intelligence level where it's not good enough to relate to them, but they also look very different, and I like looking different. It's fun. Don't know the famous cup screaming thing, as I noted that I want to make a feature in some way on my, for my beautiful burp self here on the stream, because that's literally just a cockatoo being like, hey, it sounds funny when I do this. There's no other purpose to it. I scream into the cup, it makes my voice sound funny. I'm gonna do it some more.
I think it was, I think Flashard was the one who suggested that you should use that for like the noise whenever, whenever like somebody gives you like bits or maybe like becomes a subscriber, it, like pops up a thing in your stream and it would make the noise.
I'm just thinking about, like, on one hand that'd be fun, but on the other hand, I worry it could get actually annoying. I want it to stay like special enough that it's still funny.
Oh, I'll put it in for like when people sub then, since that would be a uncommon enough occurrence that it would be worth noting, I figure.
Oh yeah, it's always worth noting. It's just I'm like wondering. I don't want to disrupt the stream too much with noises, but also sometimes noises can be fun, like a special noise. Like I'm still debating different options. There's also the option that people could spend enough channel points that I will be forced to speak into the cup for a few minutes, or like a minute or something. I've seen other streamers do that sort of thing. And if I make it expensive enough, it would not be so common that it would get annoying, hopefully. But again, I'm just spitballing here. I really don't know yet, but it will be a thing. Okay, I look at the chat. What were we talking about? Dolphin Bitcoin mining rigs? Why is this a thing now? Excuse you, chat? Excuse you?
the dolphins are getting into Bitcoin.
Because they're that evil. Are we talking about dolphin morals here? Dolphin Bitcoin mining?
Dolphins are like wizards, so they don't know the difference between right and wrong.
I mean, they don't.
Actually, no, that's not. I actually.
Oh, are you gonna defend dolphins or wizards here? Here's the question.
No. I'm saying dolphins are unlike wizards because wizards don't have a concept of right and wrong. Dolphins do have a concept of right and wrong, and they choose to do wrong.
That is true.
I'm probably gonna need some ammo.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, I could really just, like, have a plastic cup nearby. And whenever someone donates enough for something, I have to scream into the cup. I mean, that could also be a thing. Like, we can just play the clip of Harley the Cockatoo. He's obviously my icon, like... He's my superstar celebrity. But I also could just, of course, place a cup here, and I have to scream into it. But I don't know how much people would enjoy that, how good that would sound with my mic. Oh, I need to check my posture and have a sip of water. Thank you very much, Crit, for the sippy.
Talk about
Oh, there's another machine event here. Goodness, we're being inundated today. Look at this.
Oh, it's a Cursite grinder.
Yeah, we're getting different ones all the time, too. Like, games just getting a nice variety. Don't mind if I do. I like it. We're getting autumn, like, nicely power leveled with these. Shame it's not double XP, but still.
Yeah.
Let me.
It still helps her out.
Yeah, a lot.
Because I got a bunch of stuff for Molly. I also need. What's the button for a supply drop again?
5.
5.
5, and then you click,
5.
place it.
Right.
Generally, one of those things where, like, if you play with puppies, it's common courtesy to ask if you're not the host, but because I trust you, I know you wouldn't just, like, randomly spam resupply pods. So I don't
Oh, I'm
mind.
going to do that. Sorry, I thought of that. In case it wasn't clear, that is my plan. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I could make the cup scream past a certain, like, donation amount. Again, I like it. I want to use it. I just need to make sure it doesn't. It's not easy for someone to give me like €2 and then like all the time and there's constantly cup screaming. You know, it needs to be a balance. As much as I would like if someone were to troll me by constantly sending me €2, it would also get obnoxious really fast.
Hey, so chat, once we get to that Cursite grinder before we finish the mission, what do you all think? Do you think we'll actually win it? Place your bets now.
You're enjoying this a lot, Fizz, aren't you?
Well, you might as well use it if we've got it.
Yeah, the Cursite grind is not necessarily the hardest event, but it's the most dependent on how the spawns go, so this is actually a fun thing to, like, bet on, because I generally don't know. This is very dependent on how the things come in that we have to shoot, because this is an event where special bugs spawn sometimes, and they drop a big thingy that we have to put into this grinder. And how they spawn, how the bugs spawn, determines a lot of how well this will go.
I love bugs. Are we ready to hit the button?
Before we do that, we should do the Cursite grinder first before we send the mule back to the drop pod.
Yep.
That's what I'm.
In here, we need a platform for this. There's nitro here again. We should have even more nitro. We can never have enough nitro. Give me all the nitro, please.
Yeah, let me get an angle on it. Yeah, it's kind of vertical, so I'll put up 2.
Oops, I thought I had dropped off all my stuff, but somehow I haven't.
Let's make sure to keep an eye out for fossils as well, because I just spotted one, but we still need 4 more.
Yeah, I marked fossils as I see them. If I can't immediately grab them. Yo, Autumn, go grab nitro.
At least we don't have to haul all these minerals around ourselves.
Molly carries minerals, and we shoot bugs in mine. Dwarf life in
By the way, I'm curious if people in the chat could tell me I've been changing my audio filters a bit more on my mic. So I hope at this point, some of the echo at least, but you know, again, I'm still finishing soundproofing once my husband is well enough. But I tried to at least get rid of all the noises from my mouse and keyboard. I think that should have been improved. At least didn't see peaks from it anymore, but y'all can tell me, okay? So I'm very curious if that's still a problem or not.
Alright, before we start this, I do want to resupply.
Oh yeah, there's still a fossil here.
Yeah, let me get platform that.
Yeah, I still need to like do more of my channel point stuff because I like it when people use it to interact with me, but I also don't want it to be so disruptive that it like constantly makes like noises and stuff. That's a bit too much sensory overload for me personally. So I'm still thinking of some ideas. I know there's some ways you can interact with people's models that could be funny without it being too disruptive. I'm still thinking about that.
Spots coming in.
Let's kill this wave and then we should probably get started on the event.
Yep.
Oh, stupid. Good little buggy.
Alright. Autumn, Perry, are you all ready?
I'm good.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alright. and chat is very confident in us winning this event.
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, the real challenge here is with the spawns. My biggest enemy on this event has always been spawns.
Spawn.
Well, I'm
My
about
greatest
to.
enemy, Spawn.
Yep,
No, it's
I'm
not
gonna
Spawn,
insert
the
the last-
seminal comic character. I'm not too bothered by him.
No,
a-
I was talking about Spawn, the Soul Calibur 2 character.
Oh. I was just thinking, about the... Was it a Todd McFarlane creation? I think so.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cursite analyzer booting up. Volatile cursite
I
deposits
forget
in the
was
area
I think
are infecting
I
the
think there's
local
some weird
wildlife.
lore that Spawn was like
Samples as you can from the infected beasties. We need to get to the bottom of this.
not what they originally. Oh wait, no. I think Heihachi is in one of the
Oh, you're not
The
talking about
Soul
Soul Calibur again, okay.
yeah. I'm trying to remember. There's like some weird lore about how one of the Soul Calibur guest characters was supposed to be something else, and then
Oh, you mean Spawn, the comic character, was in Soul Calibur 2?
yes.
Oh, okay. See, I have not played
That-
Soul
that- that was-
Calibur in my life. I am very ignorant of the Soul Caliburs.
Yes. Spawn was the guest character for the Xbox version of.
All right, like
Soul
what
Calibur
didn't they have Yoda at some point?
Yeah, that was one of the later ones. I
Darth
think
Vader was
Soul
in the
Calibur-
PlayStation, I think. The Xbox was Yoda because green or some crap. I forgot.
I think Soul Calibur 2. Soul Calibur 2. The GameCube had Link.
Yeah, of course.
Uh,
Naturally.
the Xbox had Spawn, and I think that might have been like I think maybe the PlayStation 2 was supposed to have Darth Vader, but ended up with Heihachi instead.
Yeah, Darth Vader was in the later ones, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I might be misremembering though.
So Calibur has some like whack ass guest characters sometimes. It's kind of it's fun. It's very bizarre but fun. I mean, now of course, if you want like wacky guest characters, then you just need to play Fortnite because Fortnite has everything in it.
I mean, even in fighting, like the fighting game guest characters have been bonkers for a while now. I still.
I feel like Soul Calibur was early on that, is what I mean.
Yeah, Soul Calibur was definitely a trailblazer in that, and it became like part of the identity of Soul Calibur, and like even now they get some really fucking weird guest characters.
Yeah,
But,
we
like,
did it.
Whoop. Nice job, team.
Sometimes you get stuff that's like even more out there. Samurai Showdown has like a knight from For Honor as a guest character.
Yeah, a game that nobody thinks about anymore. It's
I kind of like For Honor. For
not
Honor
a
is
bad
actually, like,
game.
surprisingly
It's just a
solid, but
weird and kind of messy game. But the problem is just
Yeah.
it had no impact, is what I mean. Regardless of its quality, I don't think anyone really still thinks about For Honor much.
it's got like its weird small niche community.
Yeah, that's valid. I'm
I
glad
think
for
it's
that
really
niche
popular
community.
in China, actually.
Oh, cool.
My understanding is that, like, because, like, they added, like, a Chinese faction, and I think they did that specifically because it was really big
Yeah.
in China.
If you have a big audience here, then why not? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Well, we're all done here, and so thank you for your trust, chat. Your competence in us was well
I
placed.
pushed the button. I maybe shouldn't have. I just realized we're still missing 2 fossils, but eh. Autumn
No,
kind of
we
needs to
don't-
be
we
the
can,
one to just roam around on the fossils.
We still have time to go and find the last 2 fossils, and before we actually start repairing the uplink,
Yeah,
Meanwhile-
we'll just have to.
I'm just bad at spotting the fossils. If
Yeah,
you
because of
point
the
them out-
blueness, it doesn't make that easy.
Yeah, this biome does make it a little bit
Yeah,
weird. But
just
we'll
try to
find 'em.
illuminate more areas where you haven't been as much, and then you like look at the walls and ceilings and stuff. Weird nooks and crannies. There's someone nitro up here that would need a platform. Meanwhile, Flair just regaled us with a story of one of her friends apparently having a landlady that claimed when this friend moved out, the landlady claimed that they had maliciously placed spiders in the apartment.
What?
I do not understand this either. I will spare everyone the landlord rent, but even by landlord standards, that's just kind of bizarre.
I'm reminded of the Spider-Man panel where
Where Spider-Man
the,
is maliciously placed in an apartment. Because
no,
of
there,
the-
there's a Spider-Man panel where like Spider-Man is messing with someone by pretending he can talk to spiders, which is very funny.
Oh god, that's perfect. No, I was okay. So you see, I just love the mental image though of someone claiming you maliciously placed Spider-Man in my apartment.
God, imagine a Spider-Man who beats up landlords. That's a better world. That's a better Spider-Man than the one we've got.
No, I
I'm
just
sorry,
yeah,
Pete,
but that'd be awesome. I completely agree. But I'm just also saying, imagine someone accusing you of specifically putting Spider-Man into your apartment maliciously, like as a sabotage.
there's a fossil.
Yeah, I put it.
Yep, I'm getting. Oh,
That might be a little bit tricky to get to, but hopefully
yeah.
you should be able to sandwich yourself in between those platforms.
Ooh, okay, I see. So the phone
I
is-
just love this
Yeah,
because here's the thing. Okay, I know a lot about like gardeners and lizard pet owners, and both of them have a lot of
not.
X's. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Fine. I will continue while you die. Both of them have easy access to lots of bugs, often live, because, for instance, you can buy ladybugs in bulk from people who breed them, and you can use them to have them eat stuff in your garden. Like, like bad bugs that you don't want to, like, you don't want to poison them, you just want to get them naturally destroyed, so you can get ladybugs. So again, it's an actual thing, and you can buy bugs in places. I just don't know if there's like a spider mail order place that where you
Get to it
where you could
eventually.
buy spiders in bulk and have those be maliciously placed in a farm. I can't get over this image. Oh my god, just like we were talking about Dick Dastardly, right? Like just have someone just like Dick Dastardly, like yeah, mustache twirling, and be like, yes, I shall maliciously place spiders in this apartment, and then just and you have your snickering dog while you one by one like hand gently place spiders in someone's
Layers
place.
so I can see where I'm going again.
This is such a perfect mental image. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed now.
I'm reminded a bit of the Twitter thread about the guy who had an infestation of big ugly nasty Florida cockroaches.
Oh goodness, that's unpleasant.
And his solution was to
Flares. Recharging.
buy just like a bulk order of baby mantises.
Oh
And-
no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Well, that sounds like a
And
bad
just-
idea.
Let the house turn into a mantis battle royale.
Oh my god, oh no, oh no, oh no. That's awful. I like insects, and I think that's awful.
So supposedly it did eventually work.
Eventually. Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
after a few months, because the mantises ate all the cockroaches, and then they started killing each other, and then eventually there was just one giant mantis left, and that one got to go outside and be free.
The mega
as his
mantis.
reward for winning the games.
God.
Yep, there we go. Okay.
The mega
Aha.
mantis. Okay.
Okay, so there's a fossil. I've got a fossil.
Alright. I see one more.
All right.
This
I
one
can get
should be a little bit easier to get to.
over there. Okay, yeah. Let me.
Are you still hunting for fossils?
Yeah, I found one more.
Good. We need 2 more. So if you have one in your pocket and found a second one, we're done. But you need one more?
Yep. Nope, we got him.
Perfect. Nice.
Wait for flare.
Yep, I got both of them. Let me go. Turn.
Yes, I'm getting a lot of fun mental images here today. Rick, I was told something about like what was it, Florida liquid? Florida fluid?
ounce?
Florida ounces.
Florida ounces. What are Florida ounces?
No, I figured out what the joke was there. It was that somebody was,
It's fluid ounce.
yeah, because the
Well, no,
abbreviation
I
for
get
fluid ounces is
it's
like
FL, yeah, OZ, I know. Yeah, but then it would be Florida Oz, like the Wizard of Oz. That's what I always think when I see OZ, I think of Oz.
I sometimes see like people from Australia. Sometimes they abbreviate their country's name as just as OZ, Oz, and so it's just think, oh, they live in the magical land of Oz. Wow.
Fortunately, I live in Pennsylvania, so Oz has taken on a more sinister context in as of late.
Wait, what? No. Is this something actually upsetting? I'm not gonna ask if it's actually upsetting.
No, there's a shitty TV doctor called.
Oh, you mean Dr.
Oz.
Oz? Is he from
Yeah.
Pennsylvania?
No, this is actually the thing that I think is very funny about it all. He's running for a.
Oh god, is he running
it
for
right?
political office? Are you serious?
Yeah, hold
Oh
on.
my god. I just know he's a dumb TV doctor. Why?
He is running for. He is running. So what's very funny is that he is running for senator in Pennsylvania, and his Democratic opponent John Fetterman has been running a campaign against him, largely, not exclusively, but like one of the like recurring themes has been slandering him for not actually living in Pennsylvania. He actually lives in New Jersey, and so.
Who doesn't? Dr. Oz or the other guy?
Dr. Oz.
Okay.
He basically lives in New Jersey.
But why
spends
can
most
he
of his
run
time
for this? Does he have some sort of home in
Oh,
Pennsylvania that
it's-
counts?
Yes, it's if you have money, it's very easy to get.
Like yeah, of course if you
residency
have money.
and
But that's a
Yeah.
given. I was just wondering which technicality was being used here.
I don't know exact, but I believe he owns property in Pennsylvania and is like
Uplink ready.
and like
Triangulation
technically
initiated.
like
Do not leave the triangulation zone, or we will lose.
I believe he owns property in Pennsylvania and like does qualify to. He qualifies to run for senator because he, on paper, lives here, but he in
Technically doesn't
practicality-
really. In reality doesn't
Like-
really.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, in reality, he effectively lives in New Jersey, and that has been kind of the
Talking point, yeah.
yeah, which I think is very funny. I think I think that it is I think slandering your opponent for living in New Jersey is very funny, especially when it's accurate.
I was gonna say, doesn't New Jersey have the reputation of like it's crap, don't go there? Because like okay,
Yeah.
my only point of reference to this is that we drove through New Jersey once when I was going to Baltimore from New York, and we had to pump gas in New Jersey. And the guy at the gas station outright said, "Oh yeah, you know, where like when I was asking where you headed, and we were saying like, oh yeah, we're going to Baltimore." It's like that's good. Like you shouldn't stay in New Jersey.
New
Just-
Jersey is
my-
the so if
Like this was my only interaction with a human being in New Jersey, and it was like a 25-year-old at a gas station being like, yeah, don't be in New Jersey, man.
if like East Coast, like if like Atlantic, like just like lower middle class ennui was a state, it would be New Jersey.
Yeah, like that's exactly the impression I got, is the fact that literally a guy who was there and who we didn't voice any hostility about New Jersey to him. He wasn't forced to like play along or anything. He said that by himself on his own volition. Yeah, don't stay in New Jersey. So
Yeah, no one likes all of New Jersey's most famous people are people who openly hate New Jersey. It's New Jersey's like claim to fame is Bruce Springsteen, and Bruce Springsteen.
no, like my what I know is that New Jersey's sad claim to fame was Jersey Shore, and that was still a thing.
Yeah, let's
I
not.
no, I mean no. Let's give Jersey some credit. It's Bruce Springsteen.
Okay, I'm glad because Bruce Springsteen I like more than Jersey Shore for sure.
The flares are recharged.
But like the thing about Bruce Springsteen is that like a bunch of his most famous songs are about how much being in New Jersey sucks.
Yeah, yeah. God, I now have to think again about the fact that the guy from Stained had the balls to make fun of Bruce Springsteen. That was extremely funny to me. You know, like you know, there's like a certain brand of insult where you can't even take it seriously because it's someone who's so much in a like different league. Leagues as a concept are not really a thing, especially not with dating. But I'm just saying, if they were a thing, if you were literally like on a completely different social level as someone else, and you still acted like you were cooler than them, and it was the most overtly laughable thing possible, that's what that was. That's what that was.
I mean, there is like that is sour grapes is a thing, right?
Yeah, it's like the most intense form of sour grapes, like the sourest grapes.
Let me see if I can.
And yes, Newark Airport is bad. I don't like that airport very much. I've been there. It's not a great airport. But yes, no, like the guy from Stain. I will not even name the song he did this in because it was a really terrible racist song where he was like, "Oh, kids these days say racism is bad. Everyone's too cares so much about feelings these days." It's just really pathetic. When this was literally a guy who, like, the part of the song is that he's like, "Oh, my kids."
Wait, was this
The kids,
Oh, right,
yeah, yes,
this is
this guy. Again,
he,
don't
like-
even
he,
name
like,
the
took
song.
his, like-
It doesn't deserve the being
he like
mentioned.
took a fucking he like decided to become a country guy.
Yeah, exactly. And he made a country song about how much kids these days care too much about each other's feelings. Like that's a bad thing. It was like, oh, my kids, they tell me like what they care about now, and it's like, oh, everything I fought for in America is being wasted. And this is super funny when you remember he used to be like this new metal alt rock guy. But when he was still with Stain, right? And Stain, he was entirely singing about how much he hates his dad. Like half his songs were about how much he hates his dad. So him becoming the guy who's the dad that people make songs about that they don't like him is really funny to me because it's like the least self-aware thing possible. Like the guy who constantly sang about, oh my god, I need to rebel against my dad is suffocating me, fuck my dad, it then becomes this exact dad. And without a hint of irony makes a song about, oh, the kids are so nice to each other now and tell me we have to be careful with each other and like be nice, and it's like, what the hell? Ugh. It's really, and he has a line in there where he says, you know, oh, and the radio's playing just another Springsteen song, implying that Bruce Springsteen is not, you know, America enough for him. And this is the funniest thing on earth. When literally nobody remembers the Stained guy exists. I only brought him up because he is so pathetic. Like, I shouldn't even have not mentioned him. That's why I'm not even saying his name. He's just always the Stained guy to me because there's not really a different, like, a better level of recognition he deserves.
Does he have a name?
And so this is just really funny to me that he literally has a line in there. He's like, oh, they're playing overseas Springsteen songs. Like, oh yeah, Bruce Springsteen. A guy you can make fun of like this. Yeah, I'm sure you have them.
He's like complaining that Bruce Springsteen songs are anti-American.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, which is so funny because, like, have you seen Bruce Springsteen? Just because he made songs where he says America isn't perfect doesn't mean he's anti-America. He constantly has American flags on his backgrounds in his concerts and crap. This is the guy who says he fucking loves America. the thing you can, even I as a person who's obviously not all as clued into all this America jingoism stuff, can say, no, Bruce Springsteen is not the guy you want to accuse of being anti-America. That guy puts flags on his concert stage, on his bike, on everything. That guy loves America. Oh my god.
I think there's a little bit of irony to it.
A little bit, like I said, because he's critical of when America does stupid shit. But for him, it clearly comes from a place of affection. Like, he doesn't say, oh, burn down America. He says, you know, America has problems. We should maybe talk about that crap. But he likes America. So being like, oh, but Springsteen is evil because he says mean things about America is the most pathetic thing on earth. That's why I'm saying he's just the Stained guy. That's his only claim to fame. The only reason I'm aware of him is because a YouTuber I like made fun of his song where he says fundamentally wrong things about people and it acts like, nah, kids these days and their feelings. It's like Vanilla Ice trying to dunk on Dr. Dre. Yes, that is actually, Rosie, that is an extremely good comparison. It's the levels of fame and importance are so different that I can't even take it seriously. Like, I can't even be offended. Obviously, I don't blame anyone who thought the song sucked because it's a terrible song. It's a racist song. So I'm not going into detail about it, but he says some, let's just put it this way, he says some fundamentally extremely easily disproven things about people in that song, because he needs to whine about how he is not in tune with the kids anymore. So saying it's like Vanilla Ice trying to dunk Dr. Dre, I think is very apt.
For some reason, like, the thing I always, whenever New Jersey comes up, for some reason the place my brain goes is a line in a Titus Andronicus song. I was saying that wrong. Yeah, there's a line in the song, "A More Perfect Union," that looking for a New Jersey, and for some reason that's just like a turn of phrase that is stuck in my head.
A New Jersey.
Yeah, well, because it's also because the lines are I never wanted to change the world, but I'm looking for a New Jersey because tramps like us, baby, we were born to die, and that's just like been kind of lodged in my head since I first heard that song.
Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes you get a phrase that just kind of
Yeah.
just hits you just right, and you're like, oh yeah. But yeah, I appreciate chat tolerating my rant about the Saint guy, just because it's just a certain kind of guy where I guess I'm sort of similar like Autumn, how you mentioned earlier, like you're fascinated with how they became that way. I'm less fascinated exactly with how they became that way, but more just how can you be like this? Like that's more what I'm fascinated with. I don't care why, just the fact that he can and thought that was a good idea. I find that endlessly hilarious. My sense of humor is not amazing. I never claimed it was. I will always make fun of a guy like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, because for me it's just like, for me the real question is like, every time someone like, okay, when our beloved Bridget fighting games came out as trans, you know, I
love her. She's the best.
There was she's great. We love Bridget. But there was a period where like it was just like a day or two after. I just like for a bit I was like I need to try and understand like it's not even that I need to understand them. Like what do the people who are mad about this tell themselves? What is their like justification?
There were some really dumb justifications. I'm not even going to repeat them on this stream because I don't want to platform them in any way, but it was a lot of mental gymnastics. For what gain? For like what gain? The game literally said, she's a girl, she comes out as a girl. What are you accomplishing by telling yourself, no, she's not? I know why they do it. Again, don't even need to platform that crap. It's hate. It's being rude about a certain type of person existing. But it's just so bizarre. Like, what are you gaining? She's a video game character. She can't actually hurt you. She just exists. God.
There is a... Yeah, it's a whole thing. There is a... I mean, I guess I'll shout out the podcast It Could Happen Here has a kind of a two-part, two episodes titled The Curious Case of Nazi Cat Boys, which is about kind of the
people with that level of mental gymnastics, right? Who ostensibly belong to like a minority, but also completely twist everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the phenomenon of your sort of fascist femboys, if you will, and like the weird like, just like the kind of strange warped relationship to sexuality and masculinity.
Yeah, when certain things clash in a way that gets very bizarre. Yeah. No, I get that. And that's probably an aspect to it, but also plenty of the people who were against it were just, people, sort of exact sort of person you'd expect to hate that change. But that's why I'm saying I'm not even gonna like they had excuses. The excuses are garbage. They literally just need to find excuses for why a person who became away, where the author said, you know what, we're gonna evolve this character. This is our choice. Those sort of people that 10 years ago would say like, oh no, but it's we need the artist needs to say these things, and then the artist says the thing, and then it's like, no, but not like that, like, no, the artist said this is our choice. So that's why I don't even want to platform like the exact reasonings, because they're not worth debating. It's just nonsense.
I mean, there's a fundamental inability to
They don't pay you.
Can't wait to
to
try it out.
There is an inability to like read and engage with media in any sort of like, what is the thing actually saying? What is the text of this? What is the, I don't know, it's
again, they're just looking for excuses in the end. Like, they get very selective about what they want to hear. It's a sad
I can understand, like, like, okay, just on a purely like, if a thing took a direction that wasn't what you would have wanted necessarily, wasn't strictly what you hoped for, like, I can understand that being disappointing, but like there is an extent to which like,
yeah, but that's like,
even so, like, you need to you should still engage with the text that is presented to you in good faith. Like this is,
The memorial hall
I
is
don't,
where we
I don't want to
honor
open up this can of worms either, but like,
around pay respect.
Well, we've
It's one
opened
of the
several
things-
can of worms and it hasn't scared away all the chat.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not saying you should go all the way because again, this
Yeah.
is not the thing we're doing here. But the fact that
Well,
you
just
can
like
voice these things and the stream hasn't run screaming should tell you it's okay.
it's one of the things that like the conversation around Steven Universe always frustrated me, right? Because like, especially like I guess Steven Universe spoilers vaguely, but the like, there's like a contingent of people who are like specifically upset that the show kind of dropped and didn't really properly address like the themes of colonialism, which is something that I understand, and like I think that is a problem with the show. Like I think
Yeah,
there's
it's
stuff
something
there
they
that-
touch upon, but I kind of get the frustration that you wish it wasn't just touching upon
Yeah,
it;
'cause,
it
like-
was actually saying something about it. Because when your villains are space conquering super villains, it's kind of a thing that
Yeah.
comes up. Just the problem is the characters were clearly not introduced to be used for that, but rather because
yeah, like it is
yeah,
like okay, it is a kind of insufficient and underwhelming explanation that like there's like 4 years off screen where Steven spent going around fixing stuff, so it's okay now. And like, yeah, that is insufficient. I get it. That theme is underserved and the show doesn't do enough there. But at the same time, ultimately the show decided to take a different angle and explore a different theme with the runtime that it had. Like
yes, that is
in the end,
that's a way
the
of looking
diamonds
at
are
it.
not the storyline with the diamonds is not about colonialism, even if like there's a good argument that like it was set up to be and potentially should have been, but like that's not the storyline it ended up being, right? The storyline it ended up being is about dysfunctional family dynamics and like
Yeah.
a specific kind of weird relationship you have with your parents when you're a queer person sometimes.
Yeah, when
And,
they
like-
basically want to be rewarded for every bit of acceptance that they throw your way, like here's a table
Yes,
scrap.
exactly.
Now praise me. I was nice to you once. It's
Yes,
it's
it's
a
like-
specific dynamic that the show wants to actually explore and clearly offer. Who is a queer woman wanted to explore. It's understandable when people said, "Yeah, but you kind of like set them up to be space conquering supervillains, so kind of would have been nice to look more into that." I even agree with that criticism, but it's very frustrating when people just kind of want one show with one limited
then, like-
budget, limited scope. Wants this one show to do everything. I don't think that's literally possible.
And also just because like I think the themes that it does do there, it handles really, really well in ways that you just do not see very often in other places. Like,
Yeah,
you know, that's just like the specific way like that kind of dysfunctional family dynamic is presented. Like, that's my family dynamic. That's the relationship I have with my parents.
yeah,
And,
I
like,
can get that. I can absolutely get
it's-
that. And it
it's a
touches upon real shit for a lot of people,
Yeah.
including the
It's a
author, including you.
It's a relationship that a lot of the people watching the show are going to have with their parents, and like ultimately, I do sort of feel like when you look at it as like, okay, primarily it is a show for kids. It is a show that is interested in like teaching kids like actually legitimately valuable lessons about like emotional maturity and how
Yeah, and there's adventures,
their
and we
life,
go to
like-
space, and the magic is connected to emotions, so it tries to tie everything together. But it just doesn't always come out neatly, but it comes out strongly enough that I would say you can
Yeah,
have
and,
this
like,
criticism without assuming the show was malicious about it. That's my frustration, right? When people assume malice, when it's more like the scope is just limited.
because in some ways the messiness is the point, right? Like
Yeah.
especially like with the characters, like the characters are
Goodness.
messy. The characters do bad stuff. The characters like are problematic, but
Oh, very much so. Speaking of
the-
which,
that-
I'm just saying we've reached the 3-hour mark. This
Oh,
a subject I very much love discussing. I hate cutting you off. It's just at some point we're just
Yeah,
going to
no.
be here podcasting.
Yeah,
I'm-
valid.
I was really
Oh, we-
starting to wonder if we were going to pick another mission or not.
No, I can't. I have a thing in about an hour, and I want to have a shower first and things like that. But I'm glad that
Yeah.
this chat has been
Valid.
very much supportive of us discussing these things, because when I do
Yeah.
multiplayer with friends, we will halfway talk about the game and halfway about whatever random crap comes up. So
Yeah. I'm sorry that it diverted into one of my bugaboos, but
that's valid
just-
though.
it-
It's an interesting bugaboo.
it's just something that I think about a lot because I think there is like a lot of I feel like sometimes people let their disappointment with a thing not being the thing they wanted it to be allow them to kind of sometimes people criticize something and the criticism they're making is not about the like it's not about what the thing is but what the thing isn't, and sometimes that is like valuable, and that can be a reasonable criticism to have, that can be a reasonable feeling to have, it can be a
Yeah,
reasonable
extremely. Like
response to have.
it's not about saying you can't dislike the thing. I had friends who disliked queer friends who disliked the thing. That is completely fine. You
Yeah.
don't owe the thing just because it's queer to like it. But I
Yeah.
think that, like you said, the disappointment becomes for some people too entangled with a general like anger and assumption of malice that I think gets dangerous.
You do at some point need to engage with what the thing is and not just what you wish it was.
That's a very good summary. Again, you can be disappointed it's not the thing you wanted it to be. That's extremely fine. I'm not telling people you need to love everything. Just you don't owe the thing that. Just engage with it on a basis of what it is and not just how dare it not be every single thing that I wanted it to be. Because again, it was literally not possible for it to be every single thing. But
Maybe you're like you're maybe your show designed to teach 12-year-olds how to healthily deal with their emotionships and relationships. Maybe that show can do more good by being about like a dysfunctional family dynamic than
about
it could
the dangers
about
of colonialism.
which
Yeah.
is not because the colonial and stuff is not, it's extremely important and valuable, and like it's stuff that needs to be addressed, but it's also not something that is going to be as immediately applicable to the lives of queer teenagers who have difficult relationships with their family and no institutional power to like
Yeah.
institute reparations or and that's not to say again I don't want to like dismiss the colonialism, like I don't want to like disregard that or say like well there's just nothing that can be done, because no, things can be done, and like yes the those queer teenagers should have like a good education about colonialism, about the history, about what is wrong about the struggles that and the things that people still need today, and like they should be taught to be like fierce advocates for the needs of the dispossessed. Like I absolutely believe that. But also they also need to like see that their weird relationship with their parents is something that other people experience and something that
Yeah.
can be managed.
Again, in
Those
the
are
end, it is a
it's
kids show.
both things that are
You know,
needed.
it is a kids show.
And
It can only do a certain amount of things for the appropriate audience. I think what they not always perfectly, but overall very successfully, they did what they wanted to do with Steven Universe. That's why I like it. That's the
and I
long and
think
short of it for
and
me.
also yeah, they did what they were trying to do well enough. Well, no, I think they did what they were trying to do pretty well. And the thing that we're trying to do is not a thing that is done by a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
You know, that's what it comes down to. Anyway, I'm sorry we dragged out this conversation even
it's
longer.
fine.
because
It's
you
a
gotta
good conversation. I just really do need to get a shower. I stink horribly.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna still set up a raid. Thank you all so much for being here, honestly, for listening to us ramble about random
Yeah.
crap. Now you now know my opinions about the guy from Stained and about Spider-Man
animations
being
from the past 20
maliciously.
years.
And
I'm so
about,
sorry, Fizz. I hope you don't mind. I we kind of got rambly.
and about SU critical blogs on Tumblr and
Oh my god, yeah. Sorry, Fizz, very much. We kind of got very, very chatty towards the end there.
sorry, it turned into
It's okay. I appreciate you all.
We
Well,
appreciate you.
yeah.
I'm gonna set up a
we
quick raid for us here. A person I quite like, Boredom is streaming. They're streaming Yakuza. They're also cool queer persons. So here we go. We're supporting cool queer people today. So
Hooray.
definitely go check out them playing Yakuza. It's a great game. So let's have a look, and you all take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Have a
for tuning in,
lovely,
chat.
lovely rest of your Sunday. Thank you much for the support and the love and accepting me and my friends rambling about things. You're all the best.
I'm sorry you had to listen to all of my nonsense.
That's fine. And because
Oh yeah, we're off now, I guess.
yep. No, I don't mind that. I
Oh,
invite
well.
my friends to these things for this exact reason.
Oh, well, that was a good